You know, before YouTube fucked it all up, I had the greatest job in the world, opening for Hypnocast every night.
But then we got the call, and YouTube hammered us for Moxie's tits.
So now I'm jobless and broke with nowhere to go.
Your phone ringing.
Oh, the phone is ringing.
Big boy, come pick up your phone. How you know pick up your phone,
Hello, this is the Gopher. Who is it?
Hello, Gopher. The time is now. Hypnocast Season 3 is here, and we want you back.
Holy shit, boys, we are back in business! That son of a bitch is gonna scream any minute now. Let the show begin.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Probably all agree you can't cut 12-year-old Timmy's cock off.
Yeah. I like how you said cut for like half a second.
Yeah. Well, it's cut and cock, and it came out cuck, and yeah, that's. Whoops! Oh fuck! Oh no! Mistakes were made.
He's been waiting in the shadows patiently.
I just smashed JT the fuck out of this.
Your face is turning red.
Yeah, because I know that the next SNH I'm gonna be fucked.
Oh yeah.
But at least
with a horse cock.
That's an unknown part of the map, so I didn't see it yet. Could I survive if I jump? Nope. Nope. Nope.
America, the greatest country in the world?
Absolutely
not. If you were offered a one-way ticket to leave the country, never come back, but it's all expenses paid, would you accept that offer?
I don't think that I would leave. I wouldn't leave either.
Wow.
Oh, I did this. Okay. I did that. I took him with me. Oh shit.
Yo.
It's always the black people holding everybody else down.
Time out. All right. You know what? Yeah. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Tired of this shit. This communist ass game, whatever. This doesn't want
Somebody
me to play.
else got it. You didn't get in.
Yeah, it's just a lot of racism today. All right. Y'all have fun. I'll just continue to watch and cope and see.
Sounds good.
And look at this motherfucker pretending he's gonna watch more Stranger Things.
Yeah, you know he's gonna watch Stranger Things all day. Either that or like some game or something.
Doesn't mean I don't have my phone next to me.
Watching porn.
That's tomorrow. Okay, bye.
MILF Hunters Part 14.
Now, Hypno, I could have hit you with a shuriken. I opted not to because I'm a good friend.
That's fucked up, you liar. You're a liar. You're an absolute liar. You're a liar. I knew it. Never trust white people.
Thank you, and I wouldn't have done it. You could have said thank you, but you said like, yeah,
Because I knew you were going to do it.
That was a good video. I like that.
the gameplay was goated. Yeah, I would say so too. I mean, I thought it was really good. I mean, I think most people thought that, honestly. I feel like a lot of people did. So I was glad to see it. The Mimic Boss too. Well, I mean, a lot of stuff was good with the game, right? It wasn't just one thing. Expedition 33 has better gameplay than Baldur's Gate 3 by a mile. Well, yeah, because they focus mainly on gameplay. I think that's what makes the most sense, doesn't it? There's the video right there. I actually like Hypnotic's videos a lot. I mean, I've watched a lot of them myself. And, you know, make sure to give him a sub and everything like that. He has, how many does he have? 107,000 subscriberinos. Wow. And all right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do any of that, you got to bring it in close, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. You got to bring it in close. Stop wasting time. I know we're 30 minutes late, and it's chat's fault, okay? I am not 30 minutes late because of me. I am 30 minutes late because of Griffcast chat. And that's the truth. I swear. I swear on the goose and the turkey. I swear. Get in here. Come on. Hurry up. We got to hug it out. Let's go. Seriously. We got a lot we got to talk about today. A lot of funnies. We got a lot of funnies to go over today. So bring it in very closely and listen to the following message. If you are watching on YouTube, like the stream. Come on. Like the stream. Let's go. If you are watching on Rumble, like the stream, you fucking legends. If you are watching on Twitter, like the post. And if you are watching anywhere else right now, you suck. So like the stream. Don't let it happen to you. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, boys? What are we checking today? Man, the trailer. Oh boy, the trailer for Horizon Hero something thing is out today. And wow. Wow. You know, the West. Listen, Western gaming studios never cease to amaze. They are truly amazing. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. But what else? What else are we checking, ladies and gentlemen? What are we checking today? We got Phase Connect Fuck Around and Find Out check. I actually have a post about that we're going to go over today. Murderous sunglasses wearing hot dogs check. That, okay. That's okay. 12-hour shift check. Oh, no. Are you still in that 12-hour shift or are you relaxing right now? Regardless, I hope you're good, man. Angmar, fucking legend. Exhausted but present. Hey, John D. You know, there is something that feels really good about a long day of work, even though you might be tired as shit. Sometimes after like 12 hours, 14 hours of working, you come home, you rest, you kick your feet up. And there's something about that is, you know, it's pretty good. Not all the time, though. Truthfully, not all the time. Mr. Jefferson for wood chipper check. Yes, Mr. Jefferson. We knew since the beginning. We got feeling better check. That's good, Setsuda. I'm glad. Save Chloe check. Fuck that bitch. We're not saving her. UK Prime Minister is expected to resign. That's great. I can't wait to talk about it on a political channel. Horizon's back check. Testicular fortitude check. Viz posted the wrong manga yesterday check. The pirate takes the treasure check. Not well met check. Before the storm is next. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not at all. Jelly did nothing wrong check. I sense heresy check. Don't touch me check. Jeremy Webb check. Yeah, man. We had Jeremy Webb show up yesterday, actually. Towards the end of the evening. Unfortunately, the stream was already ending. I would have loved to talk with him for a little bit, but unfortunately, it was already ending. But maybe he shows up tonight. Or maybe he's busy. I don't know. Who really knows? But shout out to Jeremy Webb, the fucking legend. Stressful jobs suck check, but I hope hope it will eventually feel rewarding. Sometimes it could, for sure. It definitely could. All right, guys, listen, our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are fully funded. Like the stream. Let's go. Let's go. I agree with Life Ferret on Rumble. He says Horizon Hunter is Concord 4. We're getting a lot of those this year. This must be the year of alternative Concords, where it's like, hey, we're totally going to make it work. It didn't work the first time. It didn't work the second time. It didn't work the third time. God damn it, it's going to work again. You know? It's kind of how it goes. All right, boys. Big Army roll call. Let's see who's hanging out with us in the chat right now. Who's here? Who is here in the special club? Who's here? Let's see. We got Yamato 85. Listen, I did not sacrifice Chloe, okay? The universe said that Chloe had to go. That is not sacrificing Chloe. That's just ensuring that the universe continues the way that it was meant to go. You get what I'm saying? That's just kind of how it goes, man. Listen, you could try to twist it all you want, but I did not sacrifice Chloe. That is not what happened. You understand? Thank you. Exactly, Dragon. See? You see? We got Life Ferret over on Rumble. We got Colonel Ruv, who, by the way, I just want to give a little quick shout out real quick, but we're going to get to it during his super chat. It is Colonel Ruv's birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Colonel Ruv's birthday. So since it is Colonel Ruv's birthday, I need everybody to spam cake emojis in the chat right fucking now. Right now. Cake emojis in the goddamn chat right now for Colonel Ruv. Shout out to this legend, man. Cake emojis, boys. We got to make it happen. Come on, all the cake. I want to see all the cake. Let's make it happen. Happy birthday, my brother. Hope you enjoy it. Well, I should say I hope you enjoyed it because it's obviously getting close to the end of the day. But I appreciate you, bro. Christopher Lloyd. What's going on, dude? Joel Jimenez. Mr. Melancholy. Oliver Adam. Phil Lespa. We got Dylan B. Angmar WK. What's going on, bro? How you doing? Kick your feet up, man. Kick your feet up. Relax. Relax. Who else we got in here? I lost my place because of all the cake emoji spam. God damn it. I lost my place. Where was I? I don't even know where I was anymore. All right, I'm just going to, whatever. Denarier. What's going on, dude? A kicking Danitz. What's going on, dude? Dedriconic over on Rumble. Secret Final Boss. We got Sanguine over on Rumble. Old Man Cad. Christopher Lloyd. Lucky Boy. T-Jazz Art and Comics. Lionheart Cowboy. Dark Tanae. Thwarted Geek. Dylan B. Dade 404. We got Mr. Melancholy. Odin Dark. 206 Zelda. We got Christopher Lloyd. Joel Jimenez. We got Shinphil. We got James Dunn. What's going on, James Dunn? Crash Collins over on Rumble says he's still banned from giving donos. I'm not surprised, bro. Actually, no, I am a little bit surprised because that's on Rumble. That's a little weird. Rumble usually is pretty open with that. That's weird, man. They must not like you. You must have said something bad. Maybe. We got Archangelus. What's going on, dude? Made fried pot stickers. Holy shit. We got John D. What's going on, John D? Gray the Merchant. We got Pizza Cat. Cozy Goober. Azir Main Sword. We got Caramon. What's going on, dude? We got XX Sad. XX1. Damn, that reminds me of like all the AIM messaging. Remember AIM? Remember our AIM? You weren't cool unless you had XX in the front and at the end of whatever username you had. Like if you didn't have XX, you were not cool. Like you were just fucking gay, to be honest with you. So yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. We got Nick Havoc. What's going on, Nick Havoc? We got Hollowified Matt. 17 Crash Gaming. What's going on, dude? We got Black Tailgate. We got ACC. We got Miss Molly. What's going on, Miss Molly? We got Patrick Roxas. What's going on, dude? We got Secret Final Boss. Denarier over on Rumble. Kennedy. We got Joe Jimenez. CEO Dr. FaZe. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Light Ferret over on Rumble. We got the Mervoth. What's going on, man? We got Razor off. Sorry, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Sorry. We got Mr. Blue Cthulhu. What's going on, dude? All right, 4 more people, boys. 4 more people. Then we got to get on with the show, man. 4 more people. Let's go. Who do we got? The Voice in the Water. We got Matthew with the Hero Priest. We got Limitless Andre. Half-Life is Strange 2 went. Bro, come on. Come on, stop. Crazy. Grimlock. What's going on, Grimlock? And we got... Who else is here? Oliver Adams, saying Aki. And we got... Let me scroll down. Foxy, Roxy, Soxy. What's going on? And Cage? Or is it Kage? Kage the Cunning Linguist? Or is it Cage the Cunning Linguist? I don't know what it is. Which one is it? Which one is it? It's got to be one of them. I'm going to go with Kage because it sounds cool. For sure. Tim Grove. What's going on, dude? Cookie Kaiju on Rumble. What's going on? And we got Fluffy Murder Machine summoning a demon. And Hollified Matt trying to wave away the demon. And Wingnut questioning his entire existence. And Binoc. Shout out to Binoc. All right, guys, listen, I called out as many people as I possibly could. And guess what? The 7 days of YouTube money shots are over. They got 7 days worth of money shots for the 7 days that I was banned, which means we now get to sacrifice a fellow Bigot Army member. Boys, we're back. Who is it going to be? Who's going to get the final call out? The final call out. Old Man Cad says, sitting on my front porch with the Sisters of Silence. They got my booty hole protected. Get the fuck off my lawn. Go fuck with someone down by 7. And leave me alone. Fuck your feelings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got Lionheart. Saved by the Bay. This is crazy, bro. We're already having Life is Strange references. What are we doing? Chloe Sims feel betrayed. But hey, now it's not the end of days. Go down by 3 for you can't send back to me. That's how it be. And we're rhyming too. Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3.
Holy shit.
So Yamato tried to sacrifice the ever-innocent Grimlock. Okay, Grimlock is innocent. All right, Grimlock really doesn't do anything in the waifu battle too much. I really don't see his messages at all. So, I don't know if you're aware, Yamato, but I told you cannot snipe anymore. There is no sniping anymore. Which means, Yamato, in your attempt to ruin the innocence of Grimlock, that means you, my friend, become the recipient of the money shot today.
What the?
That's right, sir. You get what you fucking deserve. Shout out to Yamato85. Congratulations, my man. I appreciate you, brother. And stop trying to ruin Grimlock's innocence, okay? Exactly. Look, he says, me, Grimlock, ha, 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 joke on you. You see? You see? That's what you get. All right, boys, listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today, in all seriousness. We got to talk about a lot of things, okay? We're going to be talking about Highguard. Again, because Highguard put out a massive patch, you know, and it's shocking people a little bit. It's not really doing much for their numbers, to be honest with you, but it is shocking people a little bit. They added like 3v3 ranked mode. They're adding a brand new character, a brand new mount. It's almost as if they had all of this content that was going to be cut out from the main game and sold to you later on down the line as a DLC. But now because they're panicking, they're trying to put it out there as fast as humanly possible. Because we all know that's exactly what's going on. But regardless, we're going to go over Highguard's supposed new patch that they have coming out. We're going to go over the character, the mount, all that stuff, etc., etc. We also got to go over GOG. Now, something interesting is happening with GOG, okay? You guys know what GOG is. And you also know that in 2026, as I've tried to tell all of you, what's going to end up happening is we are going to have this world where whoever's left in the gaming media is going to try to force developers' hands. And they're going to turn it into this major cancellation attempt, where if a developer does not bend the knee completely and join the forces of the gaming media against AI, and they say, yeah, we're totally not going to use AI, even though the majority of them are, if they don't bend the knee and say that AI is evil, we all know that the journalists, or at least the gaming media, are going to try their best to spin the narrative in a way that's not going to make it very favorable for whoever decides not to bend the knee. And apparently GOG, instead of bending the knee or not bending the knee, apparently they did the worst thing that you could possibly do. And what's that, ladies and gentlemen? What's the worst thing that you could possibly do when you have a bunch of activists trying desperately to come after you and make you bend the knee? What's the worst thing you could do? The worst thing you could do, and no, it's not bending the knee. There's something worse than that. There's something worse than bending the knee. And that is sitting on the fucking fence. That is sitting on the fence, ladies and gentlemen. So GOG decided to not, condemn or support AI. They decided to say, we don't have an answer right now. We don't have a yes or a no. They decided to ride the fence and take the middle ground with, to be fair, most people who don't care about the situation, that's probably going to be their answer. But we all know the activists don't like that. If you ride the fence, guess what happens? That just pisses off both sides. And we already know that the activists are going to not like that answer, and they're going to use it against you, plain and simple. So we're going to go over what's going on with GOG because it's pretty interesting. We're going to check out what's happening with, Dragon Quest VII Remastered. We're going to check out, Reimagine. I'm sorry, not Remastered. Reimagine. We're going to check out that game. Apparently the game released today. So we're going to see how the numbers are doing. They're not that bad, but, we're going to check it out. We're also going to check about Baldur's Gate 3 is going Hollywood. That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. Baldur's Gate 3 is going Hollywood. They are going to be making a Baldur's Gate TV show that's going to take place after the events of Baldur's Gate 3, and they're going to do everything fucking possible to lose the exact reason why Baldur's Gate 3 was so successful. Yeah, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad, ladies and gentlemen. I already know that the haters are going to be like, well, you don't know that. You haven't seen the trailer. You're like, why are you just grifting? Blah, 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 blah. Guys, I'm telling you right now, Hollywood writers, there's no way they can compare to what Larian did for everybody who enjoys their video games. There's just no way. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Unless Larian is involved in the writing themselves, then that's something different, and I will retract my statement. But I don't know yet. So we're going to find out together. We're going to look at what the story is right now and see what's going on. But I don't think that's the case. So we'll see how that goes. And I also don't like the idea of an RPG with so many decisions, so many outcomes, right? Something that's tailored towards the specific player that's playing it at the time. I don't like the idea of those kind of video games having like a singular canon TV show. I just don't like that idea. But whatever. Anyway, Ubisoft is crashing and burning. Apparently, they canceled another Assassin's Creed game, and this one will not shock you whatsoever. We're going to talk about that. Ubisoft also had an internal town hall meeting to try to beg their developers to please, for the love of God, don't leave us. We promise we're going to get better. Ghost of Yotei is apparently beating Tsushima in sales. At least that's what all the gaming media is running right now, but they're not telling you exactly what until you click their article. So we're going to do that. And that's basically it. Oh, we got something interesting with Blizzard, too. If I could get to it, I'll get to it. And then the ultimate story that's not even in the title card today, but we're going to talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know how to even... Like, guys, so we have a brand new video game from PlayStation, and it's called Horizon Hunters Gathering. And, yeah. I have no words. I have no words. We'll just wait. We'll just wait till we get to it. It's it sounds cozy. It's not. It sounds suffocating, but you'll see exactly what you'll see exactly what we're talking about. But in any case, we got to talk about that. It's going to be a main story. So we'll get into that trailer and see what PlayStation has to offer us, right? Because apparently it's going to be releasing on PS5 and PC. So we're going to check it out and see what's going on with that. All right, boys. Aside from that, let's get into the pre-stream legends. Before we get into the topics, let's thank the people that took the extra step to try to get us to our tiers, which we successfully managed to keep while we were banned on YouTube. So thank you guys over on Rumble again, you fucking legends, for holding it down. We are trying to get to 555 tier 1. That's a nice number. 555 is a nice fucking number. We're trying to get to 555 tier 1s in a row. and 247 tier 2s in a row. So let's see what we could do, boys. Starting us off, we got Marius with a 2, says, what did you do this time? I didn't do anything. I was playing. Listen, I did not want to do another stream of Life is Strange when I knew there was only like 40 minutes left in the game. So I was like, let me just play the game. Let me go late in Griffcast today. Let's just play the game and let's fucking beat this shit. And that's what we did. That's what we did. So now we're ready to play Neo 3. Neo 3 was the voted game for the next Griffcast game. So look forward to that. We're going to be playing Neo 3. And I know you guys really like seeing me play Souls-like action adventure games, don't you? Right? Right? I mean, to be fair, I do think I'm one of the better YouTubers out there at that kind of a game. But, hey, it is what it is. King Demon Wing with the 5 membership banger. Make sure you guys spam the King Demon Wing emojis right now.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
And considering that is the first one of the stream, you already know what that means. Shout out to the legend King Demon Wing. Spam those King Demon Wing emojis in the chat, boys. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much for the constant support. Which, by the way, guys, we are, because we got banned on YouTube, so we kind of forgot about it, to be honest with you. But we were trying to raise memberships so that we can unlock an Amelia emoji. But we're so far behind now because we got banned. We lost a bunch of memberships, obviously, because the time period went through. So, every membership counts. And as we get closer, I'll announce when we're closer, and we'll try to go for it. Because I know you guys voted for that. You wanted to raise memberships for an Amelia emoji. It was either that or a what do you call it? It was either that or a gopher. And you guys abandoned the gopher like I abandoned Chloe. And you chose Amelia. So that's what it is. Colonel Ruv, a $100 Red Boy Hyper. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. That is the first Red Boy of the stream. 1 out of 5 for the goal. And he says, it's my birthday, so I just want some goth Asians. Bring them on. This white boy is thirsty. That's crazy, bro. What is it with white guys and Asians? What is it with white guys and Asians? I don't understand. All right, boys. Well, I mean, listen, it's his birthday, so we need to give him what he wants. So I'm sure Old Man Cad's going to enjoy this part. Shout out to Colonel Ruv. Here's some Asians for you, my man.
Oh my god, it's a Red Boy hyper banger.
Holy shit.
Shout out to Colonel Ruv. Happy birthday, my guy. Again, I appreciate you, brother. Happy fucking birthday. Sincerely. Everybody drop cake emojis in chat for Colonel Ruv. The legend hangs out with us all the time in the chat. Appreciate you, man. Happy fucking birthday. and I hope you enjoy it. Blue Octopusy with a 2. When you read this, I'll be asleep, so like the stream. Damn. Something sad about that. It's almost like a suicide note, except just with sleep. That's sad. Thank you, Blue. I appreciate that. Mr. Melancholy with a 2. Never let Hollywood touch your stuff. Never. I agree. Mr. Blue Cthulhu with a 5. Finally got those imps in my kitchen dealt with. You summoned during Griffcast. Please refrain from doing that again. Blue Octopussy needs her beauty sleep. Well, I can't say that there's not going to be more imps. It's not my fault the chat was summoning demons with super chats and speaking backwards. That's not my fault. You got to tell the chat to stop that shit. Gray Soul with a 5. Saw Trace's video on the new Sony game Horizon's Hunter's Gathering. What's your take on the video game industry on fort watching of new games art-wise? Well, we'll talk about it because I'm gonna cover that. I'm gonna cover that whole section. I'll remember this question, but we'll talk about it. There's a reason why they're doing all this stuff. Gray Soul with a 2. Also, good night. We'll have to watch later tomorrow. All good. Just make sure if you're watching later tomorrow that you go to the timestamp where we're talking about that. You'll be able to see it. Twisted Master with a 5. The dad joke is up. Are we doing this again? Are we doing this again? Are we doing this again? We did this yesterday. Now you're adding transparent to it? Oh my God, bro. If the dad joke is apparent, when does it become transparent? Oh my God. It's like I knew it was coming, and reading it still makes me like cringe. It's crazy. It's insane. It really is. Secret Final Boss with the membership. Thank you, Secret Final Boss. I appreciate that. I'm also still working, guys. Again, please forgive me. I really have to ask for forgiveness on this one, because my life, and I know this is not an excuse, nobody fucking cares, right? But my life is unbelievably busy right now, where I am handling so many different things behind the scenes and everything. Eventually, I'm going to be able to sit down and fucking work on this this Red Boy Amelie clip that I know you guys want. So, I appreciate that. We're gonna work on that. Don't worry about it. We're gonna work on it. We're at the Kratos with a 2. RIP Chloe. It is what it is. It is what it is. Thank you, Rap the Kratos. ACC with an NOK20. Endymion sent me from his stream. Glad you're back on YouTube. Shout out to Endymion. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you knowing that I'm not banned anymore. Thank you for that. Archangelus for 11 months has enjoyed the stream earlier today. Almost to my 12th month mark. Worth everything being here. Thank you to the mods, chat, and for all your hard work. Thank you, Archangelus. One more month. Amelia, sorry, not Amelie. Amelia, I said it wrong. Sorry, my bad. I apologize. You guys know what I mean. My bad. Or maybe we make both. Maybe I'll make one of Amelie from Knight's Path, and I'll make another one of Amelia, or whatever her name is, with the purple hair. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But Archangelus, you're 1 month away from legendary status, bro. Thank you. I mean, technically every month is legendary status, but we're talking about like Super Saiyan legendary status, Odin Dark with a 2. Concord-like is officially a genre now. It really is. It's a genre that's been created by the internet. How funny is that? How funny is that? It's a genre that was created by the Chuds. The Chuds created their own video game genre. And we will label said video game for the failure of Concord if it looks like Concord. That's actually kind of funny. Concord-like. Wow, that's funny. You know what's crazy? How if you go on Steam, Souls-like is a tag, or Diablo-like is a tag, right? Because those are successful video games, so people want that connection. But nobody's ever going to officially make a tag for Concord-like because nobody wants to be referenced to that. Like, nobody wants to be anywhere near that shit. Yeah, it's absolutely a meme now. It's so funny. Thank you, Odin Dark. Kaylin, 9 months, says, hey, hope all is good. We talking about the Sony cope, or is it real? Also, can't wait for Neo 3. And then we got Crimson Desert. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm going to Griffcast Crimson Desert. And the reason why is because I have a feeling it's going to be a super fucking long game. I need to know how long the story is before I decide whether or not to Griffcast it. because I have a certain cap on like story games. This is why I don't griftcast a lot of RPGs, because they take so long and I have to keep the content going with different games. I have a lot of games to review. So I don't know if I'm going to griftcast it quite yet. I want to though. Or maybe I'll griftcast it to a point, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I already did that with 2 video games. I did that with fucking Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza, and I did that with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I don't want to do that anymore. Like if I griftcast a game, I want to do beginning to end. But the thing is, like, dedicating that to one video game for like over a month because I only stream for 2 hours a day, it's a lot. So I have to balance it, you know? I have to balance it out. Like other YouTubers, a lot of them don't care about finishing the video games they start. They just want to play the game until the next big game comes out. But I'm not like that. I want to finish the games that I play. Even if something else bigger comes out that I could get views and all this shit from, I don't care. I want to finish the game that I started. So I just have to, I have to kind of balance the scales, you know? Where we at? Radio Champ, 14 months, says absolutely nothing. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you, my man. The Kusanagi gifting a membership. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Everything helps. We got ACC with a 20. Says, I'm bricked, bro. Those $100 USD supers got me bricked. Well, now you know, guys. Now you know, guys. Every red boy makes ACC more bricked. More bricked. Miss Molly, for 7 months, says absolutely nothing, but it doesn't matter. That is 7 months of legendary status. Shout out to Miss Molly. Yamato with a 7 months. You could have fixed her, but you broke her. R.I.P. Chloe. Also like the stream so you can play the next chapter of Life is Strange. I'm not doing that for just likes on the stream. I love you, man, but it's not it's not happening. It is not happening. All right, last one on YouTube. ACC with a 50. My friend got a what the fuck kind of word? Orchidectomy a while back. I said to her, wow, that takes balls. That just had to be the last one on YouTube, huh? That just had to be it. It just had to be the last one, right? That makes sense. Rumble. We got Rumble. Draconic still holding it down over on Rumble like a boss. Shout out to Draconic. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Denarier holding it down with a membership over there as well. Shout out to you. I appreciate you, man. Who else we got? Nobody. Rumble's quiet today. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you to you two. I appreciate the memberships. It means a lot. Holding it down on Rumble, as always. You guys are awesome, man. Rumble's awesome. You guys are holding it down. We got a good combined community over here between YouTube and Rumble. I appreciate you guys. And it's so funny how Rumble grows substantially every time I get banned on YouTube. And then the new concurrent numbers for Rumble is always higher than it was before. It's just kind of how it goes. All right, guys, listen, we got a lot that we got to talk about today, so let's get into the content. Before we do that, we do have gifted games. So I just want to go over the gifted games and thank people who added to my never-ending fucking backlog of Doom. I think I have enough games that can last me like multiple generations of children. I'm pretty sure my great-great-great-great-grandchildren will still be trying to finish this backlog. But regardless, it is what it is. I do my best. God damn it, what the fucking shit? There we go. Miss Molly gifted Alone in Dark Anthology. Shout out to Miss Molly. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's a lot of Alone in Darks. And then Dragon Reborn. Wait, Miss Molly, didn't you gift this the other day? I accepted this. Why did it not accept? Hold on. Wait a second. I just realized that. Let me see something. Hold on. Accept. Oh, now it accepted it. What the fuck? I absolutely did accept that the other day. Regardless, I'm giving you another shout out again. It's okay. It's okay. I'm giving you another shout out today. Thank you so much, Miss Molly. Much love. I appreciate that. Dragon Reborn says, fuck YouTube for what they did to you. They're maggots. Changed the M to an F. Wanted to super chat. Tried both laptop and mobile. YouTube wouldn't let me. Fuck them. Bro, I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. But I swear to God, bro, like the amount of bullshit that my channel goes through on a daily basis is insane. And the amount of times that people say they try to super chat, but they can't for whatever reason is just fucking, it's so annoying. But I still appreciate it, bro. Regardless. Thank you, Dragon Reborn. You could always try to go on Rumble and super chat there, but I know it's annoying to do it there as well. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You did enough. Dragon Reborn gifted You Belong Here, which I believe we reacted to. I'm almost positive we reacted to this the other day. And this game looked really interesting. So thank you, Dragon Reborn. I appreciate that. Of course, I can't fucking accept it. Okay, I'll accept it behind the scenes. Wait, what? Is this a new South Park game? When did this come out? South Park Snow Day? Is this new? You have the wait. I'm so confused. A few years ago it's been out? You sure? You had how many South Park games are there? Recent South Park games. Because you have the Stick of Truth, right? I played Stick of Truth. And the one before that one I played. What was the one before that one? Is this the one after Stick of Truth? So there's 3 games? There's 3 games? Really? I didn't know that. You got Stick of Truth, Fractured But Whole. Yes, exactly. Fractured But Whole. Stick of Truth. Wow, so there's another one? I didn't know that. Oh, shit. There's 3, but this one is not from Ubisoft. It's another studio. Oh, so does this have gameplay that's like the other 2? Or is it different? There is an N64 South Park game. Yeah, I played that one, but we're not talking about the older ones. The N64 one was amazing, by the way. You were able to throw pea snow. So funny. It's really short and it's pretty bad. Is it really? The gameplay's not... Okay. All right. I mean, listen, I will definitely check it out regardless because I like South Park. No, it's multiplayer live service bullshit. Oh, is it really? That's okay. Dragons, I still appreciate it, though. If you had to describe yourself in the SNH crew as South Park characters, who would you be? Who would you and them be? When does a joke become a dad joke? Oh, my God, bro. Really? 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 Jesus. You just had to throw that in there. So I would probably be... It's tough, man, because I don't know. Who would I be? Who would I be? I think Smash would definitely be like Kyle. But I think Leon would be Kenny for sure. Leon would be Kenny for sure. I think multiple people could be different characters, right? I think Cassie would be Cartman because Cassie just likes chaos. So I think Cassie would be Cartman all day long. Like, she could definitely be a Cartman, without a doubt. I also think I could be a Cartman because I'm a fucking... I troll sometimes. So I feel like I would be Cartman. Like, Cartman's the real gamer, I feel like, on the team. Smash is Butters. That's funny. That's funny. I don't know. I would have to think about that one. But I mean, that's my first answer for sure. You know what? No. Smash is Timmy. That's my answer. Smash is Timmy because he's self-admitted to be retarded. So he's definitely Timmy. He's definitely Timmy. Timmy. That's what Smash is for sure. 100%. Sheepsidian would definitely be. I don't know. Timmy, no. No, Sheep is like wholly unbothered by anything. Token? Yeah. We'll give Sheep Token. That'll be good. Oh man, who is Kenny? Leon's Kenny. Leon would definitely be Kenny for sure. For sure. But thank you, Dragon Reborn. I appreciate that. Oh, come on, bro. You gotta be shitting me, man.
Holy shit.
You have got to be shitting me. You've got to be shitting me. Panthera says this will help you keep track of your El Salvadorian roommate. Oh my God, bro. Fucking gifted prison simulator, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing, Panthera? Sincerely. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Angmar says, I believe you reacted to this game. I saw the trailer. Looks weird as fuck for your horror collection. I am Etheric. It doesn't ring a bell. I am Etheric. It really doesn't ring a bell. But I'm always down for more horror games. There's a lot of hidden gems in the indie scene. So I appreciate that. Thank you, Angmar WK. I'm going to accept all these right now. I have to do it in Steam because I don't know what's up with the browser, but it's just so gay. It just doesn't work. All right, I accepted all of them. Thank you guys so much. You guys are absolute legends. Sincerely. Deadeye's Lock with $1 and Rumble says Smash should be Kenny, but Atreus being Kenny, the backbreaker of jokes, would fit his chair life better. That might be true too. No, you know who Atreus is? No, so you know who Kata is? Kata is Chef. Kata is Chef. Man cannot stop gooning. We all know Chef likes feet. And Kata is absolutely Chef, bro. Short, gooning, 100%. 100%. Constantly rapping. Yeah, no, he's Chef all day long. All day long. Monkey Man with a 5. What do you call a Chinese guy holding a camera? Filming. Oh my God, bro. What are we doing? Ron DFK with a 2. If backwards language summons demons, Taco Cat. You know, I see what you did there, considering that backwards is the same exact thing. So you're getting drummed. You're getting drummed. Okay. Draconic says for $1, who would be Stan then? I was gonna say no. I was gonna say real life fake wizard could be Stan. Because Stan kind of just I don't know. Maybe he could be Stan. We'll see. All right, guys, listen, I covered everything. Let's get into the topics. We got to get into our discussions. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you. Like the stream, spam reactions. You already know how it goes, man. Do your best. Forget the rest. And I'll cover super chats as they come into the show. Okay, so let's do a couple of fast topics first. Let's talk about this one. So I don't know if you guys saw what's happening with a company called Phase Connect. I'm not really too familiar with Phase Connect, so forgive my ignorance on this particular subject. But I do find their notice to be pretty interesting considering what's happening, right? So you got Sevi saying Phase 1 tells creator to delete the tweets criticizing Minecraft for going all political. This is insane bullshit. And she's referencing and quote tweeting a post from Phase Connect official, which according to Phase Connect, they say they are a VTuber corporation. So they're essentially behind multiple VTuber accounts. I'm going to assume that there's probably a lot of political drama in the actual VTuber scene. If I'm not mistaken, there is, because I know Rev Says Death just recently got dropped by his sponsor for like a whole cancel mob against him or something like that. And obviously when that happens, there's a ripple effect and it's just a bunch of bullshit. So in any case, this is what they said. An important note. Thank you for understanding. It says, thank you for supporting Phase Connect. Recent comments made on Twitter by one of our talents included discussions on sensitive issues. Following an internal review, these comments were taken down. We sincerely apologize for any issues caused by this incident. Phase Connect's focus has and always will be providing entertainment through different personalities and a wide range of unique content. We do not tolerate racism, hatred, or bigotry in our communities. Thank you for understanding and your continued support of Phase Connect and our talent. So, you know, my thing about this is that I kind of agree with this sentiment where the company has every right to try to protect its image, especially its image of its, whoever they're in charge of. But the problem with this is that it is never enforced equally, right? It's never enforced equally whatsoever. It's always people that say anything that's not left-wing that are usually getting censored or taken down or dropped or whatever. And then the people who are out here like fuck ICE or whatever the fucking NPC download is at the time, when they're out there screaming that to the top of their lungs, they let that be. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, that's fine. Yeah, I don't see anything. No, I don't see nothing here. We don't see anything here. You know, exactly. It's like selective enforcement. So that's my biggest issue with this. Otherwise, I'd be like, you know what? That's fine. Because as long as you're trying to keep it politically free amongst everybody in your space, then that's okay. But realistically, we all know that's not the truth. You know, that's not the truth whatsoever. It's kind of like, yeah, exactly. Dietrich Koenig says it good. It's kind of like Twitch, you know? Savvy says there is no understanding. You will simply start to fade. Hayden says one of your talents was prophetic. You should have followed her advice. Bowing down to the mob that already hates your company is not winning you any fans. As somebody who has spent thousands on your merchandise, super chats, memberships, and gone to FaZe concerts, I'm extremely disappointed. I love watching your talents for years. I just want you to look at what you've done. This would have blown over. What you have chosen to make a stand on will not. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. And all these comments, and I know like Hayden Wayne, shout out to Hayden Wayne. He's really into like VTubers. He knows a lot of VTuber lore and information, all that stuff. So I take what he says pretty serious about the entire situation. And actually, according to him, he put a screenshot of Pippa saying public apologies are stupid. Only apologize one-on-one to the individuals involved if there are any. Apologies don't make you magically a good person, and they won't clear your name. You're only stoking the flames. If you actually did something wrong, then try actually doing better. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that too. So this clearly shows me that based on Hayden's response that FaZe Connect is not enforcing their supposed rules or whatever very evenly, and they're only doing it because I guess the person said something that was anti-left wing, and that's not allowed. So, you know, I really wish these companies would just not say anything. You know why? Because if the companies don't say anything and they just let it blow over, which it absolutely will, because these psychos, they have the attention spans of fucking squirrels. So once they see the next nut, they're going to go after that. That's just how it goes. And then by the time they're done with that, they'll just go after the next one. You will run them dry if you don't give them the attention. And after a certain point, people are going to realize, oh, wow, companies are not responding to our hate brigades anymore. What are we going to do now to try to cancel the people that we don't politically agree with? What are we going to do now? You know, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like they should really just shut the fuck up at this point, but we all know that's not going to happen. Denariah says, yeah, Hayden is right. The normal audience will leave and you'll be left with the far left lunatics. Yeah, exactly. And I don't doubt that he spent thousands of dollars on their merchandise. I have no doubts whatsoever. So, Jelly didn't say anything political. So do you know what is that the person who got taken down? Was that them, Jelly or whatever? What's pathetic is you throw her under the bus but remain silent when Clara was openly celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. Hey, you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? It's selective censorship, selective outrage. That's exact. I'm telling you, anytime I see comments like this from a company, I can almost guarantee there is something like this in the history that was completely ignored. I can absolutely guarantee you. You know? So, yeah, I don't know. That's just, you know, these VTuber agencies, I got to be honest with you, I find them all to be extremely predatory. I really think they are. I think they're extremely predatory. I think that they, you know, on average, usually just their contracts are fucking ridiculous. I think that these VTubers join these organizations for all the press, for all the clout, for all the free marketing. You know what I mean? And yes, that sounds great, but then you end up becoming a slave to the organization. And then if you ever try to leave, most of the time they own your VTube model. So you have to start as something else. And to be honest with you, I've just always been of the mind to just do my own thing. I never wanted to be tied to any organization. I've been offered by certain organizations to be represented and everything like that. And I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because I just feel like I am able to do my own thing. And I'm happy with what I was able to accomplish, even with all the bullshit from YouTube and all the banning and the fucking false strikes and all the nonsense, the suppression, whatever bullshit. Even with all that, I still rather do my own thing. Always, 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 always. But I get why people I get why people do join these companies. I really do. They want to be invited to the cons. They want to be invited to those fucking concerts. They want to become the next big V2 face and all. They want it. They want that. They want that fame and fortune. I don't give a fuck about the fame and fortune. The money's nice, don't get me wrong, but the fame I don't fucking care about. Never did, never will. If somebody cares about fame, then they will not be a VTuber online. Because truthfully, you could probably get more famous, at least from a personable reaction, by being a non-VTuber, because then you'll get the typical people coming up to you in real life like, hey, I like your channel. Hey, you're that guy. Hey, whatever. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care about any of that. But anyway, I mean, again, I think this is bullshit. And it's more proof that these corporations always go one side over the other. It is never enforced equally whatsoever. Literally never enforced equally. So it is what it is. But if there's anything else that happens with this, I will definitely let you guys know. It's just I found it to be an interesting story. Shout out to Sevi, by the way. If you guys aren't following Sevi, make sure to go follow Sevi. She's been on fire lately, posting a lot of interesting stuff on Twitter. Just with a whole bunch of different corporations and stuff. It's really interesting. Okay, let's see. We got Kirakami says you should really read Jelly's tweet on Jelly. Who the fuck is Jelly, bro? Who is Jelly? Hold on. Who the fuck is Jelly? I don't see a Jelly. Who's Jelly? Oh, Jelly. Is this Jelly? Hold on. Is this Jelly? Who the fuck is this? Jelly? Screw it, man. I think pushing politics in my children's sandbox game is disgusting, especially when it's disguised as education. Let me play my stupid block game without having to engage or associate with any of your stupid political garbage that I literally do not care about. Unquote. Where are they wrong? Is this the person who got taken down? I see the Face Connect affiliation. I see it right here at the top. So is this the person? Please point to me what she said. That could be racism, hatred. Yeah, there's no racism here. There's no racism, hatred, or bigotry. This person said the same thing that we all say when it comes to video games, which is leave the fucking shit out of the video game. I'm just trying to play my fucking game. That's all we're trying to do. Just play our game. Yeah, I think it's stupid. Yeah, especially when it's disguised as education. And it's funny because I was looking at the Minecraft. I was looking at what they actually put in that Minecraft thing. And they tried to reframe Nelson Mandela. Like, they tried to reframe everything in the most positive, unhistorical, accurate light that they possibly could in order to push it on people that don't know any better. It's insane. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with this. But again, you're gonna have people that'll look at anything and they'll say, "Oh, you can't say that. How dare you say that? How dare you have an opinion on the internet? That's not legal. Can't have an opinion on the internet. What's wrong with you?" But whatever. Anyway, all right, let's go over the Highguard news. So Highguard is apparently introducing a massive patch that they totally didn't have planned to sell to you as DLC later down the line in the future, or as part of a season pass or anything. They totally didn't have that. They totally didn't have that. This was all made quickly in response to community feedback. Guys, you got to believe me. You have to believe me, please. The Highguard Whiplash continues as yet another massive patch is announced with a new shape-shifting hero, Sky Palace map, wolf mounts, and 3v3 only ranked mode are coming tomorrow. Guys, so they apparently in the span of a week or two, they were able to create a new shape-shifting hero, a brand new map, brand new mounts, and a 3v3 ranked mode, all within the last couple of weeks. They totally didn't have this in the pipeline for DLC for you to pay later down the line that they're now giving to you for free because they're bleeding players. No. They didn't have that at all. This was all made recently. Yeah, exactly, Monkey Man. That was fast. That's impressive. At that level of development speed, they're never going to have problems putting out content. That's amazing. What the fuck? Bro, I swear, this is just like so funny. And Hey, Speedy Cake with a 10 says, when does a dad joke stop being a joke? When it returns after 20 years with milk and cigarettes. Oh, shit. Well, there you go. Racially charged. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So let's check this out. Let's see what we got going on here with Highguard, which, by the way, Highguard, we're going to look at the numbers. It's rough. It's rough, guys. It's lower than I thought it was going to be. I really thought the game was going to flatline at about 10,000. I thought they would be able to keep 10,000 players on Steam. I really did. I'm not trolling. I really genuinely believe they were going to be able to keep 10,000 players. It's not happening. It's not happening. So per the official patch notes, Highguard's episode 2 update. Oh, we're already up to episode 2. When did we finish episode 1? What the fuck was episode 1? The beta? What's going on here? Guys, think about this. Okay? Think about this. So Highguard ended up releasing with all this content missing. And within the span of a couple of weeks, they were able to add all this content in. Which tells me, as I've said before earlier in the stream, that all of this was content they stripped out of the game that they were going to either sell to you later down the line or utilize as some form of a season pass bonus, something, anything. They did not plan to release all of this a couple of weeks after releasing their game. The only reason why they're doing this is because they have to. That's the only reason why. And I just don't think this is going to save the game. I think it's too late. Now, maybe they can have a comeback story. Who really knows? A lot of people saying, well, Hello Games did it, right? No Man's Sky did it, so Highguard could do it. I got to tell you, I don't know if they have the same level of passion. I just don't. I don't know if they have the same level of passion. I think what they're trying to do is flood the game with content because they know they released the game very minimal content in the game. They released it with a 3v3 mode, very few guns, few characters, and that's it, right? So now they're adding maps, mounts, character, all kinds of shit to try to get people to play this game again. But I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't, you know? Can it? Sure. But it's, again, what's the chances of that? Per the official patch notes, again, they're adding the new character called Econ, who has the ability to turn into a vicious direwolf that can track down mounted foes using his dread ability, which reveals the heartbeats of wounded enemies. Speaking of wolves, all players can pick up the objectively better wolf mount for free as soon as the update goes live. Skydrift is a new map and will be available in both the original 3v3 raid mode and the newly permitted 5v5 mode. As the name suggests, this map hosts battling raiders from way up in the clouds, but even more curiously, it'll introduce vertical traversal through sky jumpers, which shoot you up into different levels of the map and eventually a palace above the clouds. Yeah, so all this shit was just taken out. Ranked mode is also coming in tomorrow's patch. Who's gonna play ranked mode, bro? It's gonna be the same like few thousand people. And as many players had hoped, it's limited to 3v3 rounds. We believe 3v3 is the more tactical structure of the game. It fits best for comp. Wildlight says, noting that it's always looking at feedback, which is sure as hell true. No, it's not, bro. There are 7 levels of ranked for players to climb their way through, and rewards at the end of each episode commensurate with each player's rank. But really, there's only one reward that matters. The new Wolf Mount's Shadow Wolf skin, which you can get by playing 10 ranked matches. A comprehensive list of rules and scoring specifics can be found on the linked patch notes if you're interested in the nitty-gritty. I'm not. I'm just not. I don't think many people are, to be honest with you. Is there anything else important here? In a separate Twitter page specifically about changes to gear, Wildlight says internal playtests were more intense than what players are experiencing. The developers tended to gravitate towards loot-filled points of interest and get into battles, whereas many players harvest more and utilize a shop as the primary means of gearing up rather than using Vesper and Trader Flynn to fill in what they weren't able to loot. Basically, it sounds like Highguard players don't care enough about the loot that's in the points of interest, which kind of defeats the whole purpose of the gear up phase. So Wildlight is increasing the quality of the loot found at points of interest. Furthermore, for dumb old goobers like this person who have struggled to understand what to do in this phase, Wildlight is adding waypoint markers and map updates to better emphasize where you're supposed to go. Are you fucking kidding me? So now we're adding basically yellow paint. We're adding yellow paint to this game. Is that what Is that what we're doing? We're adding yellow paint to Highguard because apparently the map is so big, people don't know where to go. So now it's like, hey, players, go here. Go over there, guys. Come on. You're supposed to go over there, not go the other way. Yellowish paint. Yeah, it's kind of like yellowish. Yeah, makes sense. That is it's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. So, I mean, whatever. At this point, again, I don't think this is going to save the game because if you look over at Steam DB, let's make sure we get our Steam numbers don't matter emojis out right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Steam numbers don't matter. Please make sure to use those emojis if you're a member. And if you're not a member, become a member. Yeah, I mean, I got to be honest with you. Like, I really thought this game was going to stagnate at about 10,000 concurrent on 24 hours. I really did. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. I thought there was enough interest to really get this game to about 10,000 concurrent. And that's where it was going to stay. But it's not even that, bro. It's half of that. It's literally half of that. Now, if you want to take what they say at face value, okay, if you want to take what they say at face value, they said that they don't need a lot of players to survive. If that's true, then they should be happy with what they have right now. They should be happy with the 5,000 concurrent players, which means we have what, like 20,000 people playing the game on Steam, maybe 30,000 people overall, throughout the day playing the game on Steam. That's it. But I guess they'll be happy. But my thing is, if you're going to be happy with a small amount of players, then why are you panicking and throwing out all this content? Why are you panicking? It's so obvious that they're panicking. It's so obvious that they're putting out all this content way faster than they expected. So why are you panicking? You should be fine. You should be good. Hopefully these 5,000 players are, buying a ton of stuff in your shop and it'll be fine. So like, what's the deal here? This is part of the reason why I kind of don't believe it. But I guess, to each their own. So we will follow up on whether or not this patch, apparently this patch is coming out, what do they say, tomorrow or the day after or whatever. We'll follow it up. We'll give it a couple of days. We'll see when the patch releases, and then we'll check the numbers and see if it helps the game. I'm sure it's going to help the game get over 10,000, but then whether or not it trickles down again, I don't know. We'll see. But that's the Highguard story. So let me X that out. Let's talk about Ubisoft. So apparently, everybody's favorite company, Ubisoft, has canceled another Assassin's Creed video game. If you guys remember, the reason why I say another, because they admitted that they had an Assassin's Creed game based in the Civil War period. And they decided not to go through with it because apparently they were scared of racism. They were scared of racism, guys, because the lead character, the lead assassin in that game was black. That, I'm just saying, that was the cope. That was the cope that they said. Now, the truth, in my opinion, is that they know that they undersold heavily with Assassin's Creed Shadows and they didn't want to repeat the same process. The ironic thing is that I feel like it's a lot easier to sell me a story of maybe a free black man at the time or like whatever, a slave turned assassin. You can sell me an interesting story in the Civil War period way more than black samurai. You could definitely sell me. You could sell me a story better in the Civil War period, but they didn't even want to bother. That's the insane thing. They didn't even want to bother. They were like, we got felted with Yasuke. We've convinced all the shills that we were massively successful, but the truth is that our company is dying. So we really can't afford to have another fuck up. So unfortunately, they're just going to cancel the game. That's what it was. A black assassin would work for Assassin's Creed and Civil War. I agree. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a way to make that work. There's a story there that you could do that would be interesting, but they didn't even want to bother. They want to go for the easy virtue. They don't want to go for the shit you got to work on, the shit you got to explain, the story that you have to write. They want to go for the easy virtue. They thought that was going to be the easiest way to get all the money, all the support. It wasn't. It wasn't at all. So in any case, let me bring this up now. So now there's another Assassin's Creed that's been canceled. And this one will make more sense than any other Assassin's Creed when it comes to Ubisoft. Because this is prototypical Ubisoft. Ubisoft was apparently working on an Assassin's Creed multiplayer game, which I believe was called Hex. I think it was codename Hex. I don't know if that's the one that they were canceling. Oh, codename League. Oh, so this was a whole nother one. So there's like multiple Assassin's Creed multiplayer games. Interesting. Well, regardless, apparently they were working on an Assassin's Creed multiplayer game, codename League. And it has now been confirmed to be canceled. According to Origami, Assassin's Creed League was originally planned as multiplayer DLC for Assassin's Creed Shadows. Oh.
Holy shit.
Oh. Oh, that makes so much sense. Hold on. So this gets even better. This gets even better. So Shadows got felted so much that you don't even want to continue. Oh my God. It just keeps getting better. How does this keep getting better? The game was designed around 4 assassins joining forces set in feudal Japan to align with Shadows. League was reportedly intended to close out the season pass with a collection of scripted 4-player cooperative missions. But that's because, if you guys don't remember, they have completely canceled all future content for Assassin's Creed Shadows. They're done. They had other content that they had planned, but they're completely done. They're not doing anything anymore. So that makes sense. That will make sense that this also got canceled if this was supposed to be the ending of whatever content they had planned for Shadows. Yeah, basically more microtransactions, turning it into a fucking live service, fucking bullshit video game. This is why Assassin's Creed is in the shitter. You guys took an amazing single-player experience. You threw in a bunch of microtransactions that nobody wanted. You designed the game entirely around those microtransactions. You designed the pacing of the game around those microtransactions. You basically added mobile elements to the game with building and time and all that shit that you can speed up if you spend money. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Go back to the fucking drawing board. Tencent needs to get involved and get Ubisoft to get their shit together. Although, to be honest with you, I don't think they want to, because then they could just buy Ubisoft for cheap when it fails. I really feel like that's their ultimate plan. But anyway, that's been canceled. ACC with a 25 says Assassin's Creed Minnesota with combos to leer. Oh, man. Oh, Assassin's Creed leering. Yes, that's what it's going to be. You know what? Hold on. I got you right now. Make me a video game logo for a game called Assassin's Creed Leering. Make it similar to the same logo of Ubisoft Assassin's Creed video games. Let's see how that works. I'm gonna put that into the machine. We'll see how that goes. All right, let's continue. In the meantime, fuck Assassin's Creed. We got more Ubisoft news, guys. Apparently, they're not happy. And we all know they weren't going to be happy. Apparently, they had a meeting of the minds. A meeting of the minds. Odin Dark with a 2. We was BLM writing in feudal Japan and shit. Facts. Sounds about accurate. Torinol with a 2 on Rumble says, to be fair to Highguard's DLC dump, it's literally use it or lose it. Problem is, players have ID'd the brand as one they dislike without changing the branding. The game is cooked. Yes. Yes, I agree, Torinol. 100%. Couldn't have said it better myself. It doesn't matter how much content they put into the game. The game has been branded as shit by most people. So nobody's going to just want more shit. It just doesn't make sense. So I agree with that 100%. Ubisoft's internal town hall meeting fails to reassure employees on its future. Ubisoft apparently held an internal town hall Q&A meeting with employees yesterday to instill confidence in the company's upcoming changes. But according to over a dozen employees who spoke to Insider Gaming anonymously, it appears to have had the opposite effect. And of course it's going to do. Of course it is. You want to know why it's going to have the opposite effect? It's because first the chuds realized you were lying. And the journalists and the gaming media ran damage control for you. They still are, by the way. Then your employees figured out that you were lying. And once your employees figured out you were lying, they started talking to the gaming media who's been running damage control for you. So very few of them are actually reporting on the town hall stuff, but realistically, it's eventually going to come out that they know that you're lying. And that the chuds were fucking right again. Of course, the chuds were right again. How are you going to have a town hall trying to convince everybody that everything is going to be fine when you just told them to please fire themselves? You openly told everybody that you're looking for like 200 employees to fire themselves. If not, you're going to fire them. And then you're over here like, hey guys, we're one big family, pizza party. You know, like that's not gonna work, bro. The people are not gonna have any confidence in you whatsoever. God damn it. Fucking bro. AI fixed it. AI fixed it. AI thought that I was misspelling. I'm not misspelling AI. Look at this. Assassin's Creed learning. Come on, I put leering. Why'd you fix it? I'm gonna try again. I'll try again. We'll make it work. I don't know what the fuck. Oh, maybe I could say, hold on. Maybe I could say, please remove. Hold on, please remove the letter N from learning and keep everything else the same. Okay, let's see if that works. So anyway, let's read what's going on with the Ubisoft, and we'll kind of go from there. Let's see from there. Add quotes. I did add quotes, and they still put learning. So we got to see if I tell it to remove the N, will it work? I don't know. We'll see. Yo, Binoc with a 20, bro. Here we go. Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. He says, Ubisoft tells us we should get used to not owning our games, but our wallets tell them that they should get used to not having any customers. Truth. 100%. You speak no lies. Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes, let's fucking go. Thank you, Bidog, for the 20. I appreciate you, brother. Let's fucking go. I would play this game yesterday, bro. Let's go. Let's go. It worked. Yeah, it worked. Assassin's Creed leering. Yes, let's go. I'll play this right now. Right now, this very second. That's great. Oh, man. That's amazing. Yeah. This is what AI was made for. AI was made to have fun. That's so good. Holy shit. I love it. Isn't the word spelled leering with 2 E's? I thought it was learning, but without the end. I could have sworn that's what it was. Shut up and take my buddy. Oh man. Anyway, all right, let's get to the Ubisoft stuff. I don't want to be on Ubisoft too long. Fuck these people. What is Ubisoft doing today? Let's see. So we got Town Hall featured Eve, Executive Vice President, whatever, who cares? In a roundtable format, according to those who spoke to Insider Gaming, employees described the Town Hall as an expert class in avoiding questions. Oh, wow, shocker. With executives repeatedly sidestepping or recycling earlier statements. Wow, shocker. So you mean to tell me exactly what the chuds were saying that they were doing during every single investors call that has happened over the last 2 years for Ubisoft? When the CEO and all the people who run the investors calls, they're dodging questions left and right, and they're answering with the most vague political speak possibly. And now the employees are on the receiving end of that same exact political speak? Wow, you don't say. Color me shocked. Insider Gaming was set. Oh, that's crazy, bro. The employees don't care. The employees don't fucking care. Insider Gaming was sent a recording of the town hall under the condition that it would not be made public. Bro, they sent them a recording of it. That's insane. The employees really don't fucking care anymore. Eve opened the town hall once again, reinforcing the decision for the 5-day return to office mandate, stating it's a decision we have not taken lightly, but we feel strongly it will bring more efficiency, innovation, and velocity. as it already has since we came back 3 days per week. Working in person brings stronger performance, especially in the tech and creative industries. Eve addressed concerns about our supposed hidden agenda to lay off employees, stating our only objective is to get Ubisoft back on the right path as soon as possible, to share success and profits. Oh, so you guys are clearly failing then. So all this shit about, it sold softer than we expected, but don't worry, guys. The game's still a success. Like, we're doing good. We're fine. Like, all the chuds were saying for the longest time is that Ubisoft has been getting felted left and right, and that their video games are clearly not selling what they are saying they're selling, or at least that they're trying to represent it in a way that makes it seem like they're doing okay. But it was so obvious that they're not doing okay. Nobody who's doing okay needs to be bought out partially 25% by another company. That's just what it is. If they're doing okay and they're doing great, they will continue to do it on their own and make as much money as they claim they're making. But they just weren't. They just weren't. Odin says, but I thought Assassin's Creed Shadows was softer than expected. It was. And so was Star Wars Outlaws. So was Skull and Bones. So was Lost Crown. Prince of Persia, Lost Crown. It's all these games were sold softer than expected. So what the fuck were you expecting? Maybe after a certain point, you probably have to look at the person who's in charge of judging analytics and making predictions and probably say, hey, you really fucking suck at your job. You're not exactly predicting us to be where you say we're going to be, and we're always softer than expected. And I'm sure by softer, they really mean they're in the ground. But anyway, so they share, I founded Ubisoft with my brothers, and as you can imagine, my goal is to continue to make it flourish for many years to come. It's thanks to your strengths and collective talents that we will succeed. It's crazy because the unions over at Ubisoft are calling for the CEO to resign. And he's over here like, yeah, we're going to run this shit for years to come. We're going to keep doing this for years to come. You are the problem. You are the problem. The CEO and the executives are the problem. After a certain point, you can only blame developers so much. You have to realize that it's coming from the top. The host said that more than 300 questions were submitted for the Q&A, with sources noting that some had 700 to 800 upvotes, 3 to 4 times the number from past Q&A calls. When asked why they thought this was, many said it was due to the frustration, anger, and betrayal employees felt from the current announcements. I mean, again, I don't know. Like, all this is... Oh, here we go. Acknowledged lack of communication. One positive from the call was that Ubisoft acknowledged the lack of communication about the announced structural changes, with Executive Vice President Cecil acknowledging that most employees learned about many of the upcoming changes from media reports. Yeah, how about the person that you fucking fired from the Prince of Persia remake, where she didn't even know she was fired until her brother sent her an article from the gaming media? How fucked up is that? Talk about a lack of communication. That's fucked up. Ubisoft, listen, Ubisoft doesn't like being honest, okay? I think I could say that with utmost certainty. It's pretty obvious that it would seem that Ubisoft does not like being honest. They try to phrase things and paint things in the best light. And listen, I get it. I totally get that, especially from a corporate perspective. I get it. You always want your company to look the best that it possibly can. Totally understand that. But after a certain point, once everybody has realized that you're getting felted over and over and over again, and you're losing an ungodly amount of money, maybe it's time to be a little bit honest. I'm not telling you to just put everything out there. I'm not saying to just, dump all your fucking information out there. But what I'm saying is take some accountability and say, you know what? We haven't been leading this company very well over the last couple of years, and we're going to make some drastic changes to get us back on track. But instead of that, they're like, yeah, we're going to keep running this shit. We're not going to, you're not going to get rid of us, but we're going to get this back on track. Like, they don't want to take accountability for anything whatsoever. And I think that comes from the top. I think that comes from the CEO, because him and his brothers, as he stated, have been running this company for way too long. And while the company was good in the beginning and had some bangers in the past, you cannot ride with that forever. You have fucked up so many of your IPs. One of the easiest money-making machines, which was Assassin's Creed, that even with all the drama, still at least made some money. It just isn't nowhere near enough to fix your company and save you. It's just not. You guys fucked this up so bad, you need to fix it. Plain and simple. Your U.S. stock price is less than $1, bro. It's less than $1. I can buy multiple stocks at Ubisoft cheaper than what I could buy a burger at McDonald's. It's sad. The fuck are we doing? I don't know. Anyway, so there's a lot here. I mean, you guys can go check out the article if you want and kind of read all the stuff that's in here right now. But it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. And I'm sure it's a lot of just fucking cope, really, from the executives. Because like the employees said, they're dodging questions. They're dodging questions left and right. They don't want to answer. They don't want to have any kind of accountability. They just want to make you feel good. And they want to sell you a promise that they know they're not going to deliver on. And I think, ironically, I think that the employees are finally smart enough that they're waking up to that bullshit. And I don't think it's going to work the same as it used to for them, for Ubisoft. I don't think this is going to work for Ubisoft nowhere near as it did before. So hopefully that's the case. But, you know, again, we'll find out, I'm sure, at some point. All right, let's X this out. Let's get to the next one. Ghost of Yotidi. Another prime example of making things look better than they actually are. Guys, if you were to read this headline, because the gaming media knows exactly what they're doing, and this is why they always lose. Okay? If you were to read this headline, what would you think with this headline? Be real. If you were a normie, and you read Ghost of Yotei is beating Tsushima in sales, Sony has revealed. What would you think? You would think, oh, wow, Ghost of Yotei is doing better than Tsushima in sales. Right? That's what you would think. That's what the normie would think. So then, why is it that the headline says that Ghost of Yotei is beating Tsushima in sales, as in a blanket statement, but then when you scroll down into the article, you realize that Ghost of Yotei is actually only beating Tsushima in sales over the course of a certain amount of time. What the fuck? It's only a certain amount of time. Look at this. Sony CFO Lin Tao's comments of Ghost of Yotei sales were revealed through an X post by Genki. Tao stated that Yotei was a tentpole title released in 2025 and exceeded the sales of the previous title in the same period of time. What's the time? What's the time? Is it the first day? Is it the first 3 days? The first week? The first month? What's the... Okay, so what's the time? This is exactly what Ubisoft is doing. Where they're not like, anybody can say this. Anybody can say, yeah, this game that's a sequel to a very successful video game was beating out the sequel for the first 2 hours of release, and that's a win for us. Who cares that it fell down in sales later down the line? No, it's like, what are you talking about? Bro, this is what I mean when these fucking people do their reports. They do it in a way that is so dishonest. It is disgusting, bro. It really is. And they don't want to ever just be honest. And this is why nobody believes what they say. Because you're using all this political speak. You're using this PR speak bullshit that people know is bullshit. Ghost of Yotei did sell copies. Absolutely. But it 100% did not sell more copies than Tsushima. I can bet money on that. And I know it's true because you guys don't want to directly say that. You don't want to say that. You have avoided saying that because you know if you say that, that is an untrue statement. So you spin and you mislead people and you try to say, yeah, it actually sold better than Tsushima, but, it sold better only for, a couple of days. They don't want to say that. They don't ever want to get specific. Technically, they're telling the truth, but that's exactly my point, Jay. You see what I'm saying? It's the lawyer speak. It's like the technicality. Like, okay, you're being disingenuous by how you represented this, but you're going to take this little bit of information and you're going to stretch it all the way to the fucking stratosphere. That's what you're going to stretch it all the way to the stratosphere and hope nobody questions it. And then all the shills are going to be out there on Twitter making sure that they tell people not to question it. That's what it is. This is a joke. But again, so it's one thing for Sony to do it. It's another thing for the gaming media to do it. Because now the gaming media is making a blanket statement that does not specify what the actual statement said, and instead it's representing it as Ghost of Yotei is beating Tsushima in sales generically, like in general, completely, from the beginning to the end. And we know that's not true because they've admitted that that's not true. Anyway, I don't know, man. Again, at this point, I don't give a fuck about this game. I've said that before, which is why I haven't cared to report on this game. I made plenty of videos on Ghost of Yotei debunking the numbers and how they're represented. Because again, it's to say one thing that the numbers are not real. I believe the numbers are real. I just believe that the numbers are being misrepresented in a way that makes Yotei look grander than it actually is. And the fact that they're still, even now, what are we in, February of 2026? They're still making statements like this. You guys, after all this time, you still can't be just upfront about what this game did. The fact that you still have to dance around it shows me that it's just not where it needs to be. Flat out. It's not where it needs to be. And I don't think many people can argue that. Unless they want to just like, deep throat Sony. And at that point, it is what it is. All right, let's get out of that. Guys, Baldur's Gate is going Hollywood. Oh, boy. Okay, so we don't normally talk about TV shows or movies that much anymore. But we will make the exception for this, considering that it is based on a highly successful video game. A very fun video game. Larian Studios did a great job with this game and their previous games. I'm currently playing Divinity right now. I haven't had much time to play it, sadly. But I'm currently replaying Divinity Original Sin. I'm not that far into the game. I'm only at the point now. Where did I get up to? I'm at the point now where I had to steal the talking head from the showman. And I had to convince the crowd buffer to go to the other guy and have him get a crowd so that the crowd would move so that the showman would be freak out after I told him about it, and he would leave the talking head and I could steal the talking head. That's where I'm at right now. It's not that far into the game. I'm trying though. God knows I'm trying, but I'm playing too much Ball X Pit. That's the problem. Ball X Pit is crack. I have 3 more characters to unlock in Ball X Pit, and then I think I have all of them. Okay, so anyway, Baldur's Gate HBO series is in the works. Right off the bat, I'm like, oh my God, here we go. Okay, here we go. It will be set directly after Baldur's Gate 3 with new and returning characters to the franchise. Craig Mazin, co-creator of HBO's Last of Us series, is going to be at the helm. Oh my God. Okay, so where do I even begin with this? Okay, where do I begin with this? So, all right, here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say about Baldur's Gate. Okay, so with Baldur's Gate, the problem is that when a video game like Baldur's Gate gets in the hands of Hollywood, I don't have faith in Hollywood writers to understand what actually made Baldur's Gate 3 so successful in the first place. Okay. Because the problem with video games like Baldur's Gate 3 is that it happens more on one side than the other. But realistically, what happens is that both sides of the gaming spectrum, whether you're woke as fuck or you're not woke at all or whatever, people take these kind of games and they try to transform them into something that boosts their narrative, right? Without just realizing that it's just a damn good RPG. And the reason why it's a damn good RPG, because it ensures that it gives you options for almost every kind of player out there. So for all the people out there who are like, well, it's woke as fuck because you could have gay sex. Well, then is it anti-woke because you could have a bunch of straight sex too? Right? So it's like, at this point, this kind of game is going to be heavily misunderstood. And I think the problem is that the people who grab this game from Hollywood, I think that they are going to take the side that we all know they're going to take, which is if the good RPG had options for everybody and you could be straight, you could be gay, you could be whatever, I think that there's a high likelihood chance that they're going to focus 80 to 90% on the gay and 10% on everything else. That's how I feel this is going to end up. Because it's no different than something that's written by an established author like Tolkien, for example. And then all of a sudden you get the Rings of Gay, right? Like the Rings of Power. Because they are just so retarded, they don't actually understand what made Lord of the Rings the way that it was in the first place and why it was so beloved and why it was so successful. Right? They'll look at all these characters that happen to be female strong, and they'll say, "Look, the story's woke." No, it's fucking not. It's a well-written character, well-written story. All the plot lines are tied together nicely, and you guys don't understand any of that. You know? Yeah, exactly. Same with Star Wars. So I worry that Hollywood writers and Hollywood directors or whatever, they get their hands on a game like this, and I think it's cooked. Not only that, it's going to be a little difficult to formulate a narrative, I think, for this game, considering that with The Last of Us, it was a singular story experience for the most part, with very minimal differentiation. And Baldur's Gate is just like your choices matter in everything. So kind of like Life is Strange. Your choices matter in everything. You like, how are you going to formulate a singular narrative? You might be able to do an overarching narrative, I guess, but I don't know. I think its luster will be lost on a TV show. But you never know. You definitely never know. Maybe it'll end up being good. Who knows? But you also got to be careful for the bait and switch, because the Last of Us TV show was an absolute bait and switch. I was all for the Last of Us TV show. I was loving it. And then when I saw that they turned episode 3 into a big gay adventure, essentially changing the entire storyline of Bill and basically lying about their relationship, because in the game they hated each other. If you remember reading the letter, yo, Be Greasy, thank you for the raid on Rumble. I appreciate that. In The Last of Us, if you remember that when Bill, when you read the letter, it shows that their relationship was very, very, very turmoiled, and that they hated each other. He hated being with Bill, and that's why he left, and that's why you never saw him. You end up realizing it was a massive. It was just basically like the gay version of The Notebook. That's what it turned into. Right, so it's kind of similar here, and that's what I worry about with this particular game. I don't trust that Hollywood is going to be able to actually do this video game. They gave you all these options and do it the right way. They're clearly going to choose one particular side of the options more than the other. That's what I'm thinking. Thank you again, guys, for the raid over on Rumble. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, man. I see the Rumble raid is going crazy. The Rumble raid is going crazy right now. Look at the fucking green alerts. This is amazing. Look at that. Thank you guys so much. You guys are legendary. Appreciate you. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening with this. Again, this is probably so far off. Like, when is this supposed to come out? It's supposed to in charge of the show is Craig Mazin, co-creator of HBO's The Last of Us, who says he's played nearly 1,000 hours of Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, come the fuck on, bro.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Why do these developers do? I mean, I'm sorry. Why do these directors do this? Why do these directors do this, bro? Why? They do this all the time. You'll have a director that'll be like, yeah, no, I have all the comics. I totally read the comics. I love the source material. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, we don't believe you. All you guys have been shown to be liars about what you like, what you don't like. Come on, bro. 1,000 hours, really? Really? You were in charge of the Last of Us show and you managed to put 1,000 hours in Baldur's Gate 3? What were you, fucking bears, while you were recording The Last of Us? Come on, bro. What are we doing? Can we stop? I don't believe that in the slightest. Yo, Darth Ghostface became a member on Rumble. Shout out to Darth Ghostface. I appreciate that, man. Thank you for becoming a member. Fucking legend, dude. Holy shit. Hold on. We got Kaylin with a 5 on YouTube. You know, with Hollywood, that a bear is about to get down 96%. Oh, they're absolutely going to have bear fucking. Absolutely. Within like minimal. Obviously, it's going to be minimal because they don't want to. So obviously, it's illegal. You can't show anything like that, but they don't, you know, they'll allude to it. And then, you know, obviously they'll turn back into their regular human form. Adair Soto with a 20. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. He says, this also reminds me from Fallout, like how the ending of Fallout TV show, season show about Las Vegas, the end credit scene in the video game, there is multiple choices. You can end that game. This reminds me of the same thing. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's very difficult to take a story that has so many different branches and turn it into a singular narrative experience with a TV show And I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm sure there's a way to do it if you have the passion for it and you really write a good story. I just don't believe that the writers of Hollywood have that capability. I just don't. They haven't proven that they do. Everything they touch goes to shit. And Larian Studios, you know, the thing about Larian Studios that I like so much, shout out to Adair Soto. The thing that I love about Larian Studios is that Larian Studios got accused of being all kinds of shit. They got accused of having like right-wing fucking MAGA groups within their company, talking about and complaining about pronouns and all that shit. And then they got accused of being woke as fuck by having you know, whatever trans ideology, whatever the shit. Like that's also in their offices. So they are literally what it means to be a gaming studio that should not give a fuck about politics, because they have all kinds of people there. So I feel like that's great, and that's probably the reason why Baldur's Gate 3 was the way that it was. Otherwise, if it leaned too much on one side or the other, then I feel like we would have got one side or the other more. You know? Denarier with the membership on Rumble. Thank you so much, my man. I appreciate that. Holy shit, Rumble's going crazy, bro. Look at that. Hex and Hammer with a 5. Will the show have a bugbear boofing on an orc from behind in the barn? I sincerely hope not. But again, we can only hope. That's all I'm gonna say. We can only hope. So anyway, we'll follow up. We'll follow up with this. Denarier says I could buy one sub, but I can't buy 5. Rumble, fix your jank. That's weird. Rumble's so weird. I don't know what's going on with Rumble and the donos lately. It's kind of just been all over the place. Some people could do it, some people can't. It's fucking weird. But I appreciate whatever. I appreciate one. One is great. One is definitely great. Thank you, Denarier. Let's X this out real quick. Let's get to the next one. We're banging through the topics real quick. Let's talk about GOG. This is very important. So GOG, I told you guys early in the stream, is getting attacked right now. And the reason why they're getting attacked is because they did the worst thing that you could possibly do. It's the worst thing that you could possibly do. For you guys who just joined in on Rumble, let me ask you the question. What is the worst thing that you could possibly do when you have activists demanding you bend the knee to them and their ideology? What's the worst thing that you could do? It's not apologize, although that's pretty bad. It's not bend the knee, although that's pretty bad. The worst thing you can do is ride the fucking fence. That is the worst thing that you can do, because once they call upon you and they're like, you shall bend the knee, right? The worst thing you could do is ride the fence. Draconic gifted 2 memberships on Rumble. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. You absolute fucking legend. So now, listen, that's exactly what GOG did. And the moment GOG did that, you know what happened? Exactly what we said was going to happen. The journalists were going to take that and they were going to run with it. And the smear campaign is going to begin. Because if you don't give them what they want, or you don't flat out tell them to go fuck off, they're going to run with your fence sitting as if you told them to fuck off. It doesn't matter, right? So the article says, we're not planning on making absolute statements in either direction, GOG boss says about generative AI, leading supporters to make some absolute statements in one very specific direction. Absolutely terrible response. So they're trying to say, they were trying to come after them because, as I told you guys before, in 2026, the witch hunt for AI is going to be what the journalists focus on. They're going to focus on witch hunting studios that do not bend the knee to their anti-AI ideology. And if you don't give them what they want, well, it's just a new reason to cancel you. That's basically it. The journalists with their fading power are using everything they possibly can to try to cancel whatever they possibly can before they lose all their power completely, which is happening pretty soon. So that's exactly what's going on here. They were asking the GOG boss about generative AI, and he flat out said, we're not planning on making any absolute statements in either direction about generative AI. And they lost it. They lost it. There was a bit of a blow up in January when GOG forum users noticed a sale banner that appeared to be AI generated. In response to the initial allegations, forum member, the fuck kind of name is that, whose avatar indicates their senior graphics designer, and a member of the GOG confirmed that the banner is fully AI. Although they declined to go further into detail because they are not a company spokesperson and like being employed. Here's the banner in question. Again, whatever. Who gives a fuck? It looks fine. GOG itself declined to comment officially in the immediate wake of the controversy, although a rep did say that the company was aware of the conversations happening around this topic and the assumptions that could go with it. Now it has made a statement on the matter, though, as part of an AMA on Reddit, but the company's response isn't satisfying everyone. And good, because every time you try to satisfy everyone, you satisfy no one. Personally, you satisfy no one when you do that shit. We're not planning on making absolute statements in either direction. GOG Managing Director Marciege, whatever. AI tools are one of the many technologies we test out and try out, and in some contexts, it generally helps us push the company and mission forward. What we will change, though, is how and where those tools are used. We understand that using new technology doesn't mean skipping human judgment. That's not too far off the position adopted by other game companies, and that should be the position. It's a tool. If you are seriously thinking that these technology companies, because that's what they are, they're essentially technology companies. If you think these technology companies are not going to utilize a essentially not brand new, but highly growing fucking market of technology that is expanding rapidly, okay? Like rapidly. I don't know what other words to use other than rapidly. If you really think they're not going to utilize that technology and that tool to see what it could do for them as a company, you're insane. You're insane, and you clearly don't have a fucking technology company. Anybody with a brain knows that technology moves very quickly, and if you don't learn and if you don't adapt, you get left behind. That's it. You get left behind. And all these psychos that are like, we need you to hate AI with us, please. They're literally asking these tech companies to be left behind by their competitors who are going to use the AI and snuff them the fuck out. Because that's what's going to happen. These companies that are utilizing AI in every manner to speed up their production or whatever, those companies are going to snuff out the competition that you are currently trying to utilize for your virtue signal. And once they're gone, guess what? You don't have a virtue signal anymore. So I don't understand and never will understand the people who are constantly looking to these companies to validate their politics or validate their ideology. If you hate AI, fine. Go hate AI. Who gives a fuck? But the fact that you're trying to get these companies to be on your side and say to the world that they hate AI too, so that they could be placed in the right thinking box is crazy. It's crazy, bro. They're companies. They're companies. They're not fucking like, they're companies. Anyway, so that's my thoughts on this bullshit. And honestly, it's just so sad. It's so sad. Like, we knew this was coming. We knew they were going to do this. We knew they were going to do the witch hunt on AI. But even though we knew it was going to happen, it's still sad to see it happen anyway. It's still sad to see it play out from people who desperately need to be validated by other companies. Well, not even other companies, because they're not companies, they're people. It's people that need to be validated by companies. You know? TJAP says we're $27 away from tier 1. Thank you, TJAP. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how all this goes in the future. But again, GOG, I think, gave the right answer. And that's what it is. After 3 years, let's see. Microsoft, Blizzard. Let's see. Oh, we got a story about Blizzard real fast story. So Blizzard Q&A. I'm sorry, Blizzard QA workers. Okay. They've been in negotiations with Microsoft, Blizzard for about 3 years. Okay, which it's a long time. And apparently they just got a new contract that's going to guarantee them a better working environment with increased pay, benefits, right? And apparently layoff protections. Now, the first two, I don't mind. That's great. Good for you. Get your bag. I'm happy. Especially benefits. That way you can take care of you and your family. That's great. However, the other one, not so much. And the reason why is because, for me, I think that it's very clear that these developers that have been losing their jobs lately because of basically, you know, all the bloat and all the layoffs that are happening over the last 2 years, they're getting so scared now that they're trying to go to their unions to essentially beg them to somehow protect their jobs so that way they don't lose it. And while I can empathize with people losing their jobs, the truth is that a lot of the people that lost their jobs recently, I feel like probably did deserve it to some way, shape, or form. Whether it's they were taking advantage of their job, they were one of those problematic employees and they were clearly chosen for a reason, or quite frankly, there is just too much bloat in the gaming industry. The gaming industry has, well, you know what? The sad thing is that the bloat could be handled if the gaming industry was focused on giving products to gamers that would actually make them money. But the truth is that they thought that they can take all the money from COVID and use that to push an agenda that was somehow going to give them money in the long term and allow them to keep the people that they hired that was pushing the agenda in the first place. That ended up not happening for about 95% of the studios out there. So they ended up losing money with a lot of the titles they came out with. They blamed COVID over it. You could blame whatever you want for it, but the truth is that if you were focusing on the fucking gamer and giving them what they wanted, instead of giving them everything they didn't want and then try to convince them that they were wrong somehow, I think you would have a lot more money and you wouldn't have to have fired so many people. But we all know that's not the case. So now they're trying to get layoff protections. A lot of them are trying to get layoff protections, and I don't agree with that. Because then at that point, it's kind of the reason why I don't believe in like unfireable positions. Like I know for some people, there are certain careers out there that are like, if you hit a certain amount of years with the company or whatever, you can't get fired for almost basically anything. I don't agree with that. I believe in performance-based, merit-based hiring and consistent work. That's what I believe in. And if you're not producing that, then I think you're useless, basically. And of course, you want to make sure you work with people. You want to make sure that there's not something wrong with them, because everybody has bad days at work. That's obvious. Like, everybody has, people go through things. You can have a loss in real life, a death in the family, or your wife leaves you, your husband leaves you, or some shit like that. Like something happens, and you work with people and you try to figure out if there's something that we could do to try to bring them back up to where they need to be. You don't just fire people right off the bat. I don't agree with that. But there are people that take advantage of this, and there are people that have been taking advantage of the gaming industry and how easy they had it after 2020. So yeah, I don't necessarily agree with it, but I know it's definitely more of a complicated conversation than just like 1, 2, 3, So, but that's apparently what's going on. They finally got their new contract, so good for them. Okay. Also, really quick, base decision. So one of the things I disagreed with a video game called First Berserker Kazan that I played and beat before they even made these changes, thank God, is the addition of difficulty options. I know there's going to be people out there that can be like, well, it doesn't matter, it doesn't bother you. If you want to play on hard mode, just play on hard mode. Oh, trust me, with Souls-like games, I do. But I don't agree with it, because I feel like everybody should have the same experience and try to overcome challenges. That's how I've always been. Like, me as the gamer, I've always wanted to overcome the challenge. I'll be fucking damned if there's a video game that beats me into fucking submission where I can't overcome the challenge. I do my best to do it. And if I can't do it, I can't do it. I'm not going to ask for an easy mode or anything like that. If I can't do it, then I just can't fucking do it. But, First Berserker Kazan ended up adding difficulty, these weird like difficulty options after the fact. They had some in the beginning and then they added new ones. And anyway, according to the Neo 3 games director, however, they said, we've never considered adding difficulty settings to the Neo series, and who gives players different ways to tackle challenges instead. So they're not adding difficulty settings. They're adding different ways that you could tackle challenges. And I think that's based. I think that's pretty cool, in my opinion. I'm all for that, personally. So shout out to the Neo 3. And again, just to remind people, over on Hypnotic Gaming Live, if you guys are not subscribed to my gaming channel, we are going to be reviewing live Neo 3. We're going to be playing Neo 3 starting tomorrow. So you're not going to want to miss that. We just finished Life is Strange today. That's done. That's in the books, in the playlist. Now we're going to be playing Neo 3. So that's going to be exciting. Let's X this out. You beat Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers 4 times, got all 4 endings, and I've never been a Souls game player. Yeah, I'm so glad that I beat Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers. Like, I was one of the first people to do it, at least I think anyway, on YouTube. I beat Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers before any patch. So before any of the fucking nerfs that they put in the game and everything, because they did nerf the game. I beat it before any patch, and I felt so good about that. I didn't even know they were going to nerf it. I had no idea. But I kept playing it, and we made it work. Okay. Two more things. This is pretty important. You guys know about the Steam Machine, okay? Steam Machine will play the majority of Steam titles at 4K 60 FPS with FSR. but some will require more upscaling than others, according to Valve. Now, they have said many times, okay, that they're going to be able to achieve 4K 60 FPS with FSR, specifically with FSR. I have been highly sus about this for a multitude of reasons. Just because looking at the specs, 8 gigs of VRAM, I'm just having a hard time believing that. I feel like there is a lot of stipulations on that personally. But apparently they're doubling down on this promise, and now they're kind of going past that by saying that they're going to be able to play the majority of Steam titles. Now, again, Steam is not innocent in using PR speak, and this is PR speak, right? Because you guys got to remember, okay, most games at 4K 60 with FSR, fine. What is Steam? Steam has the most indie game titles out of any platform whatsoever. Steam has so many video games that are like bare bone graphical levels that, yeah, of course, the majority of their titles will be playable at 4K 60. The question is whether or not they're going to be capable of doing 4K 60 with any video game that has any kind of graphical fidelity to it, right? Anything that's recent, like a Cyberpunk or something like that, or even like Witcher 3, is it going to be able to do 4K 60 with FSR with that kind of a video game? That's really the question. I doubt it, personally. This is why they're wording it in a certain way, because that way it's technically not untrue, you know? But I don't believe that this is going to be capable of doing it. With 8 gigs of VRAM, I just don't. I think that they skipped out on the VRAM big time. They should have bumped that up. I don't know if they're going to sell another model later down the line that has a bumped up VRAM, but I just don't see it personally. So I have my speculations about it, but yeah, you know, we'll see if that ends up. Yeah, exactly. Torino says most is 50% plus. Exactly. And 50% of the games on Steam is literally video games that you can run on a toaster. So yeah, of course the Steam machine is going to be able to do it, right? It kind of makes sense. 60 FPS probably includes fake frames. Yeah, no, it is fake frames. That's why they said with FSR. With FSR, fake frames. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm not really believing that too much, to be honest with you. We got Dade for 6 months. Says, don't forget to play the Neo 3 demo before February 15th for the helmet. I'm good. I'm not going to play the demo personally. I'm okay. I'm good. Okay. What's the RAM size? I think it's 16 gigs. 16 gigs, pretty sure. Let's see. Okay, are we ready for this guy? Oh God. I can't believe we're about to do this, boys. I can't believe we're about to do this, boys. Oh man. Let's just get ready. Where's the sound? All right, guys. So I left this out of the title card because I genuinely forgot. I care so little about this game. I legit forgot. However, there has been an official announcement for a video game called Horizon something Gatherers or whatever, which for me explains why Sony went so hard wanting to sue Tencent over Light of Moradum, because they knew they were coming out with this game and they didn't want Light of Moradum to be more attractive. They didn't want it to be the Palworld, you know, to their Pokemon. They knew they were coming out with this game. The characters are wow. We're gonna talk about it. And I don't know if you've seen Light of Moradum, but the characters were way more interesting in that game. So now they're coming out with this game. We're gonna watch the trailer. Okay. We're gonna watch the trailer and then we will reserve judgment until the trailer is over. All right, so let me play the trailer. Please don't laugh in the chat. Remember, they said you need to be nice to developers. That's what they said. They said, stop being so negative, bitches. Let's see what's going on here. Here we go. This is Horizon something Gatherers. Who's we? All right, here we go.
From the ashes of the old world came machines. For ages, they were the guardians of the natural world. Then they turned against us. Now, they're getting deadlier by the day. All across the land, people are dying. That's why our leader gave me this command. We have to fight back. And to do that, we need a team. Soldiers who always hold the line. And mercenaries who may have crossed it now and then. Infiltrators who hide in the dark. And champions who shine in the light. Upstarts whose stories are just beginning. And legends looking for one last shot. The last line of defense for those who need it most. Made up of the greatest hunters in the land. This is Hunter's Gathering.
Again, so like where do I begin? Where do I begin? So obviously, okay, so the Fortnite style. I got asked earlier in the stream, what do I think about the Fortnite style? Okay. So the Fortnite style, let me explain why this is being let me explain why it's being utilized. The Fortnite style is almost always going to be utilized now, unfortunately, by developers that have plans to try to make a video game that is live service that they expect to last a long time. And they don't want graphics to essentially be outdated. So they go with the Fortnite style because, number one, it's timeless in the sense that they don't have to worry about updating it. Number two, it's going to attract the kiddies. That's really what it is. They want to be able to have a live service game that's going to attract a young crowd that's going to grow up with the game and then utilize that to try to make the game successful. They want it to last a long time. They want a timeless graphic style. So they go with the Fortnite style with the Disney animation faces and stuff, like all that. That's what they do. Now, obviously, the thing that's a problem here is that people, when they know of Horizon, they know of like super realistic graphics. The complete opposite, by the way. And that's going to throw people off because now they see this and they're like, what the fuck in the mobile shit is this? So it's like a mobile game. This is one of the live service games. I believe it's live service. I got to imagine it is. I also got to imagine it is, free to play. God, I would hope so. But regardless, this is Sony's like next big thing. I'm sure Sony's banking a lot on this. I'm sure they're banking a lot on this. Especially after like the failure of Concord. They canceled like 4 or 5 live service games. They didn't tell you which ones, but apparently this was not one of them. So now the reason why I want to talk about this, and we're going to go more into the rest of the trailers, because Sony put this trailer out there, and the first thing that I thought about was the lawsuit with Tencent. Because if you guys are unaware, Tencent and Sony just recently settled on their lawsuit where Sony was suing Tencent for a video game called Light of Mortem, which I will show you in a second. I got to get screenshots. It's no longer available on Steam. It is in my belief, because we don't know the conditions of the settlement, it is in my belief that what they did was they took this game, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. They knew they were going to come out with this game, so they sued Tencent to prevent them from showcasing Light of Mortem or coming out with Light of Mortem before this game comes out. That's basically what they were doing. Because Light of Mortem disappeared from Steam, but I guarantee you it's probably going to reappear and just look different. But they probably in their settlement with Tencent said, you know what? Listen, take the fucking game down. We're going to come out with this game first. Let this game ride out for like 6 months, and then you can announce your game or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. But I got to tell you, like, we had Light of Mortem, and that was going to be a free-to-play game. The characters looked really interesting. They also had an animated style, but it was a lot more fun. Like, I feel like it was a lot nicer looking. The characters also didn't look like this. Like, I don't know what in the fuck I'm looking at, but obviously the characters are just, bro, people are screaming Concord influence everywhere. And when people scream Concord, they're screaming Concord because that's the simplest way to say that these characters are fucking atrocious. That's really what it is. That's like the internet's way of saying this is really bad. So let's go through the trailer. I mean, again, the graphic style, if you look at Aloy, I mean, it is yeah, like, dude, I don't know. I have no idea. It's literally Pixar. Like, this is, I feel like the Fortnite style is copying or trying so desperately to be Pixar, because that's why they go with that kind of graphic style, because it's timeless. They go with that graphic style because if it's stylized and if it's artistic and if it's cartoony, they don't got to worry about it ever being technically outdated. That's what I really believe they do with this stuff. Yeah, it's exactly some Disney shit, Mervot. That's exactly what it is. Her jaw is crazy. God damn, this bitch eats rocks all day long. In any case, so that's Aloy. I mean, she got a stronger jaw than this guy. I guarantee if you shave this beard, his jaw is not going to be nowhere near as strong. Anyway, you got Sheep Obsidian over here. They did. That's the only plus side. They did put Sheep Obsidian in the game. So shout out to Sheep Obsidian. I'm happy to see him in the game. That's awesome. They did put Sheep in the game. They made him a hobo with a bow and arrow. But, I mean, that's what it is. And let's see what else. Okay, bro, this shit is crazy. So there are so many claims of AI usage in this trailer, and I'm not going to comment on that because I don't know for sure whether it is or it isn't. But considering I just accidentally froze on this particular part of the trailer, and it looks like she got smushed into a pancake for some reason. I mean, her face is like smush. Her hand is a literal ball with no fingers. Like, what the fuck are we doing? I don't even know what's going on down here. I have no idea what's going on down here. This is the one that everybody's making fun of online. Because not only did they make her obviously obnoxiously large and give her all the multicolored hair and everything like that, it is so Western. It's like, it's crazy how you can tell when a game is Western design between, you know, compared to a game that's Eastern design. Right? Western design, you're going to have whatever the fuck this is. Eastern design, this wouldn't even be a thing. They might make a guy look like this, but they're not going to make a woman look like this. In any case, so not only is she obnoxiously large, but apparently she has the capability of immense balance because they gave this fucking bitch a peg leg. This girl literally checks off all the DEI checkboxes for them. Aside from being black, you got overweight, probably non-binary, and disabled. They gave her a peg leg. Somehow she's able to control all that gravity, all that motion. They cut off her leg because of her type 2 diabetes. That's why. She got like necro, whatever the fuck it's called, in the foot, and then they had to cut the shit off. But this is crazy. What are we looking at here? They gave her a peg leg. Anyway, yeah, look at the peg. Look at the peg leg. How the hell does she balance on this thing? A peg leg? You didn't notice that? Yeah, they gave her a peg leg, and somehow she's running so goddamn fast with it. So they made her disabled because, you know, you got to make sure you got disabled people shown and represented. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. What else we got? This girl's design doesn't look too bad, to be honest with you. She don't look that bad, but you know, it's like every chick in this game is a multi-hair colored weirdo. Like, what the fuck is this, bro? What is this? You look like a starburst. What is going on up here? You know what? Not even a starburst. You're like a gusher. You're like a gusher candy or something like that. What the fuck is happening? Yeah, look at this. Why are all their eyebrows like gigantic? What's going on here? Do they not have anything with thin eyebrows? Is that not allowed anymore? Is thin eyebrows misogynistic? I'm losing a track here. Holy shit. That is, I mean, whatever. This guy, like, what the fuck is this? What is this guy? Bro, this is gonna be problematic, man. You got a guy with dreads hopping around like he's George from the jungle. That's gonna be problematic. Oh yeah, it's gonna be. Well, I mean, yeah. Well, you know, he's not black actually. He's got dreads though. That's gonna be problematic. George of the, yeah. Anyway, and then this guy. This is for the old people representation. You got to make sure you have the old geezer representation for sure. This guy looks fucking crazy. But see, like, his design is not terrible. He kind of fits. You know, the old geezer stereotype. He kind of fits. Whatever. I don't know what's going on with this dude. What the fuck is this, bro? Why is everybody like obnoxiously large? What's the deal with, like, are we still not in the same world? Is food a surplus in this game? How are they all obnoxiously large? Every single one of them. What is happening? Anyway, so then we have the Avengers lineup. Is she sitting again? Bro, look at them. Look at their. Why does she have to have the angry face? Like, what is with these faces? They can never just show a woman just being a woman. They can't show, like, she could look powerful but have like a smirk or something. You know what I mean? Like a feminine smirk. No, she's got to have the bro. Like, not even she's sitting over here has the same angry fucking face. These bitches like they're yelling at a GDC conference or something. What? Like, why? Why do they need this? You got to show that they're strong, that they're, you know, capable. The fuck, bro? What is? Even he's doing it. It's like, oh my god. I'm a woman, hear me roar. Look at this Avengers lineup, bro. Holy shit, my guys. We are looking at wow, bro. God, bro. Oh my god. You know, it's bad when they're all singled out, but it's definitely even worse when they're all together. And this bitch still looks angry. Why are you still so angry? I think the only character that looked cool was George from the jungle and maybe the old man. She kind of looks cool too on the right side. I'll give them 3. I'll give them 3 decent characters and 3, like, bro, what are we doing? Like, Obsidian doesn't look that bad, but he also just looks like a hobo. These two, I don't know what the fuck these two are doing. But this girl is fine. This girl looks cool. He looks cool. A little weird, but he looks cool. He looks fine. He looks cool for the most part. These two, bro. Decent. Come on, you're giving them too much. No, I'm not. I think the character looks fine. I think I would play the old man. I'm just being honest with you. If you don't like it, it's fine. I think I would play the old man. The George for the jungle guy is a little bit weird. I would put him like right above middle, like slightly. And then the chick on the right, I think she looks cool. for the most part. But the problem is, like, they look cool. Like, these two characters look cool, but this kind of cool for this graphic style is so far down the totem pole on overall cool characters. Does that make sense? So, like, even though they look cool for the graphic style, at the end of the day, I hate this graphic style. So, like, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt of the character design, but I would have much rather, like, seen something else other than the typical Western Fortnite graphic style. You know what I'm saying? Are you seriously going to play this? I'm not going to play this fucking game, bro. I didn't even play Highguard. I'm one of the only people that didn't play Highguard out of all the YouTubers that fucking played Highguard. I said I wasn't going to play it, and I'm not going to play. I don't waste time with this shit. This is like it's not a hero shooter. It's like a hero team gatherer thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not playing this shit. Fuck that. This game is DOA. I would be curious to see if it's DOA. And the reason why is because Sony ponies, they are going to eat this shit up. Because they have to. They have to. If they don't eat this up, this is going to be heavily detrimental to their Sony franchise, and they're not gonna allow it to happen. You know, so I have to wonder if is it really gonna flop. It might pull a Highguard where the numbers are big on day one and then it drastically drops. That's what I think might happen here. If it's free to play, that's the big question. Is this going to be free to play, or is this not going to be free to play? I'm curious what you guys think in the chat. Do you think this game is going to be free to play, or do you think it's going to be $40 like all the other live service fucking games? What do you think? What do you think? He's totally playing this. I'm not playing this. I'm not playing this. This is like in the same boat as Hello Kitty Island Adventure for me. I am not playing this. Black says good. I thought for a second you were going to play this game. No, I could say, guys, again, I tell you all the time, when I look at video games, I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, the ugly. Even though there's a lot of ugly, I can recognize when I think a character looks okay. And I think the characters on the sides look okay. I do. If people don't agree with that, that's okay. People don't have to agree with everything I say. But in terms of this game and the gameplay and the overall graphic style, it's just not for me. I know it's not for me. $40, $30, free to play. All right, so everybody kind of has all like the mindset, like mindsets everywhere. Okay, that's fine. That makes sense. Yeah, so this is basically like Horizon with Monster Hunter. At least that's how I get it. That's how I understand it. That's how they explained it. It's like kind of like Horizon and Dauntless. Was Dauntless that free to play Monster Hunter wannabe game? You like the Horn character? Yeah, I don't think the Horn character is that bad. I like the two on the sides better than him. I'm kind of indifferent on Sheepshead Inn. These two, I don't want them near me in the slightest. There's a lot of ugly. Yeah, there definitely is a lot of ugly. For sure. There's a lot of ugly. I'll play it and stream it for $400. You're surprised anybody can see things on the screen after seeing that tank in the back? Yeah, I know. I know, it's crazy. So, in any case, now in terms of the accusations of AI, let's go over some of the accusations of AI, okay? Because we got Oh No, It's Alex out here getting so much hate right now. His shit has like 60,000 views because if they've just flat out used AI for the trailer. I can't. So he screen capped it, and if you see the screen caps, this actually happens in the trailer. This happens in the trailer where the arm swings down and then the arm gets caught up here. Again, I don't know if that's AI or I don't know if that's like screen tearing or something like that, or if that's just bad frames. It could be bad frames. It could be bad editing, right? It's definitely a possibility. That's why I'm not 100% sold on it being AI. But what I will say is that if it's AI or not is irrelevant. It's lazy. It's lazy. Plain and simple. If you guys didn't check your trailer frame by frame to ensure that this shit does not happen, it's kind of lazy. You got another example. Look at this. Like her face. Not only does her face get muddied, but then her arm is up here when her arm is supposed to be down here. You see what I'm saying? So that's a little bit weird. You got like the hand is stuck up here. What is happening, bro? Oh man. Oh, the double head. Oh no, the double head. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. You got two heads right here. You could see. So, I mean, listen, man. I think that this is funny. Is it possible it's AI? Maybe. Is it really bad keyframing? Maybe. Is it laziness from Sony? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think they just rushed this out there for whatever that reason was, and it just looks fucking stupid. It makes them look bad. That's what it is. It makes them look bad when you're trying to showcase this game that you already know is going to get a lot of hate for looking the way that it does. I mean, look at this shit, bro. Oh my God. He posted another one. Hold on. Oh my God. Look at this. Let me make it bigger. Bro, what the fuck is going on with this?
Holy shit.
What is going on with this? You got, bro, not only does she look retarded, you got double the nose. You got two noses, two hands. Like, these roles, you know, they're always there, so it's fine. Look at his peg leg, bro. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. This is so stupid. And then, you know, you're going to get the typical responses. You're going to get people that are going to say, well, if you don't like it, don't buy it, blah, blah, whatever. And you know what? People aren't going to buy it. Or if it's free to play, you're going to be like, if you don't like it, don't play it. It's a success with or without you, blah, blah, blah. It never is. But they want you to believe that it is. And this is why people like Eastern developers. This is why. What we're trying to say, or at least what I'm trying to say, I'll speak for myself. What I'm trying to say is that does every character have to be drop dead fucking gorgeous? No. But it helps. And then if you're not going to make a drop dead gorgeous character, let's say you want to make an average looking character. You want to make an average looking girl, nothing crazy. At least make them interesting. At least make it to the point where it's so obviously not a fucking checklist. You literally made this character with a checklist. You probably started with fat, and then you checked off Karen short hair, and then you checked off multicolored hair, and then you checked off tattoos, and then you checked off angry man face, and then you checked off disability, and you said, let's give her a cut off fucking foot. It's like check, 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 check. It's so obvious. And then they'll sit up here and pretend like that's not what's happening and that this character was organically made. Bro, oh my God, man. Again, this is what I mean. This is what I talk about. It's all bullshit. And this is why when Japan makes their gay characters, because Japan does make a lot of gay characters. If you read manga, you'll easily know that. Like, there's a lot of gay characters. But it never gets in the way of the story. The character is never designed around being gay. They just happen to be gay. And when you look at their design, they look like normal fucking people. All right. When you look at Japanese gay characters, for the most part, unless it's some sort of like anime or manga that is meant to be extravagant, if it's not, they look normal. They look like regular people who happen to be gay. But the West is incapable of doing that. The West is like, okay, we have a gay character. We need to center everything around that. We need to center everything around. They have to wear rainbow. They have to wear Free Palestine fucking pins. They have to have nose rings. They have to have multicolored rainbow hair. They have to have the pride flag tattooed, like whatever. Like it's all of it is centered around that instead of that just being like 1% of it. And that's always been the difference between the East and the West that a lot of people just don't get. Trey Burkhalter with it too. What in the Temu Optimus Prime is this? Monkey Man with it too. Why is the heavy always a big chick now? It just is what it is. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Janarthus with 25. Here we go! Mucha lucha, mucha lucha. It's the way of life. Mucha lucha. He says, why it looks like Fortnite Horizon. Well, that's exactly what they were going for. They're hoping that this graphic style will draw in people that play Fortnite. It's what they're hoping for. But thank you for the 25, bro. That's insane. I appreciate you. Raptor Kratos with a 5. They canceled the Spider-Man live service game for this. Yep. And the God of War one, too. Remember, they had a God of War live service game. That I never wanted to see a God of War live service game. But if I had to choose between that or this, I would choose God of War. UFO Mega with a 2. Is that the bull from Milking Farm? Might as well be. Trey with a 5. George, Florida Jungle. D off B, I can't breathe is crazy, bro. Wow. Zevit Cross with a 5. The goth Asian looks good. Yeah, I don't think she looks bad. Again, I'm not going to lie. I don't think she looks bad. Jason Alto with a 2. Looks like an evolved Karen. Bro, if this is an evolved Karen, what is this, like the Mega Evolution? What is going on here? Torino with a 2. Not going to lie. 2 heads as the character design is interesting. I mean, it definitely will make her capable. Grade the Merchant with $1. Any name that has guard lately with Wokie's games just flopped. Veil Guard, Highguard, Horizons Guard, Concord Guard. Either way, Romeo is a dead man will be epic. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair statement. All right, we're fully caught up on everything, guys. That's basically it for this entire story. Again, people are just having a field day with this online. And if you want a comparison about what we lost, just to show you the comparison. So this is the West, okay? This is the West with Horizon, Hunter, Gatherers, whatever. And this is the East. Light of Moradum, where Sony said you're not allowed to do that. So we lost this for that. How do you feel? How do you feel? It's fucked up, man. It's fucked up. Unbelievable. Adair Soto with a 10. And don't forget, they also have drag people as well, and anime and manga, but they write them normal and never put political in your face. They have interesting characters about them as well. Yeah, 100%. They know exactly what they're doing. When they incorporate real life things, they know exactly how to do so without it getting in the way of the story. Raptor Kratos with it too. They didn't have fat people in Horizon. Well, they do now. You know what this reminds me of? Keep this image in your mind. Hold on. Hold on. This reminds me of... I got you right now. Can I find it? Can I find it? Can I find it? Where is it? Come on, come on, come on, come on. What the fuck is this, man? Aha. Got it. Okay. Here we go. You know what this reminds me of? Check this out. Remember this? Lara Croft Truth Seeker board game where they had the DEI checklist character that they went through an entire checklist. They made her fat. They made her disabled. They cut off both her legs. Both her legs. Multicolored hair. It's the same shit. It's literally the same shit. They just gave her the black checkbox too because they only could have 4 characters. It's the same fucking design. And it's the same design because they all follow the same metrics. And then they try to tell you, oh, no, we're totally doing this organically. No, it even has the same multicolored hair stripe that the bitch has on the other one. Same thing. So that's what that reminded me of. The moment I saw that, I was like, yep, that looks like this. It's the same playbook. Exactly, Miss Molly. Same playbook. Same exact thing. Yes, she's missing both legs, Denarier. Both legs. And somehow she's faster than everybody else. You know? So that's just, again, it's what it is. It's the same playbook, but don't worry, guys. It's totally organic. They promise. They promise it's organic. Please believe them. Believe them. All right, guys, listen. That is it. We are gonna have to do the waifu battle now. I don't think we're at tier 1. I think we're very close. So maybe we could have some fun in the waifu battle and see what happens there. But if you guys did not see my video today, please make sure to go check out my video. I'm gonna link it right now for those of you that are not gonna be sticking around for the waifu battle. Here's the link in the chat. Please make sure to go watch that. There's going to be no Indie Showcase today because we were late and we also had too many topics. Again, Indie Showcase, guys, is not going to be every day. All right, Indie Showcase is not going to be every day. It's going to be when we have time and I could do it. I tried to do it every day, but lately there's been so many stories. It's been very difficult, but obviously it'll give us time to catch up and find some more indie games anyway. So we'll do our best. Oh, T-Chap says tier 1 has been hit. Oh, good. Awesome. And we are currently 160 from tier 2. Thank you, T-Chap. I didn't realize that. So again, guys, thank you so much for the support. You guys have been amazing on YouTube and Rumble. We're going to do the waifu battle now. For those who are going to hang out with us for that, stick around and let's have some fun. We got a new champion. So that's going to start us off pretty good. Waifu battles here. Waifu battle is here. So if you guys missed the last waifu battle, we ended up crowning a brand new waifu battle champion, who is none other than the legendary Shizuka. She came out. It was close. It was a close battle. It was huge. It was like an $800 battle, 800 plus spread across two waifus almost evenly. I think it was like a $40 difference, but she is the battle champion currently right now. Now, before we bring out the challenger, we need to go over the rules of engagement. Rule number 1, all super chats during the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu, but the only way that they are going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You got to put the name first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact that you put the name of the waifu you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2, you can vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You can vote for the champion, who is Shizuka, or you can vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that shows up on my screen will be the one that counts. So please, if you are going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? Don't lie to me. I know we don't understand the rules. Don't fucking lie to me. Stop it. Stop lying. Stop lying. I see you in the chat. Stop lying. All right, boys, listen. Today we're bringing back somebody who I felt like bringing her back because I started reading the manga and I wanted to bring her back. And I want to see, because she's also a blonde, right? So now we got blonde on blonde violence. That's what we're going for. We're going for blonde on blonde violence right now. So let's see if she could take down Shizuka Marikawa. All right, boys. The challenger that's going to go up against Shizuka is going to be none other than the one and the only blonde bombshell from Yu-Gi-Oh! My Valentine. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Shizuka, or is it going to be simply My Valentine? The names are on the bottom, ladies and gentlemen. The music, I gotta lower it really quick. The names are on the bottom. Is it going to be My Or is it going to be Shizuka? Look at this fucking guy, Dead Eyes Lock, with $1 for Lucy. That's because he pre-gooned last time. He pre-gooned last time, and he voted Lucy, and he was wrong about the wife, and he was like, oops. He was like, whoops. So he said Lucy, psych. Oh, my God. Mai versus Shizuka. Let's find out who's going to win this one, boys. And let's see if we could turn it into an interesting waifu battle. You know, will be a rare gem to add to the waifu that isn't uncursed Midna, Claire from Claymore. I don't know if I actually... Did I ever put a... I don't think I ever put a waifu from Claymore. Now that I think about it, I don't know if I did. Dead Eyes Lock on Rumble with a 2 says Mai, but prefer the Fatal Fury Mai. I'm sure. Should have saved her for Valentine's Day. I can't. Isn't Valentine's Day on a Saturday? That's Saturday Night Hypnosis. We got ACC with a 2. I'm sorry, with a 20 says, my body is ready. My, oh my, I'm ready. Shout out. Appreciate that, man. Thank you, ACC. Christopher Lloyd, I appreciate you, man. You have a great evening, dude. Toradol with a 10 says, my. All right, we got a lot of love for Mai right now. We got 0 love for Shizuka Marikawa, but we got all the love for Mai Valentine. That could be a good thing or a bad thing. I guess it just depends. We'll see. Donald Davis over on YouTube says Mai. Joel says Mai Valentine versus Shizuka. I was happy Joey got with her. Makes sense. Cyborg says, as president of Seto Corp, I consider this valid. Nice. So you are president of Seto Corp? Okay, interesting. Tiger King says, who? You don't know who Mai is? Vice Admiral says, I summoned Pot of Greed to draw 3 additional cards from my deck. Sorry, Hypnotic, it does what it do. Is Pot of Greed still banned? Wasn't that the one that was banned in like official tournaments? Is that still banned? Or am I thinking of the wrong card? They fucking hate they hate Pot of Greed. Yes, it's still banned. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yo, where are all the waifu super chats? I guess people are checked out today. ACC. So maybe both waifus will get banned today. They're also on Rumble. Everybody seems to be donoing on Rumble today. Deaderier with a 10 on Rumble says, Mai, please no more pink weirdo whales on screen for more than a few seconds. No need to make me more gay. Holy shit. That's amazing. That's amazing. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate that. All right, guys, it's time to bring out Shizuka Marikawa. Let's see if she can make a comeback here because she's getting completely fucking felted right now. Let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Mai or is it going to be Shizuka Marikawa? Let's find out. Damn, Pot of Greed has been banned for so long, bro. That's crazy. Denarier says people overspent yesterday. That's probably what it was. That's probably what it was. That's what's going to make us miss our tiers today. Well, tier 2 anyway. Razoroff says, I don't normally like blondes, but ayo. Draconic with a 5 on Rumble for Shizuka. The first vote for her. Still in banned territory, though. Still in banned territory. Holy shit. Never mind. Never mind. Now she is in the lead. Not by much, but she's in the lead. Ali Kusanagi dropping a $50 mega banger for Shizuka right out of nowhere. Shout out to fucking Ali Kusanagi, man. God damn, that is the first chair shot. Exactly. A first early chair shot. for the stream. Shout out to you, my man. That's legendary. Tiger King says, are you doing OT or did you start late? I started late because we were finishing a video game on Griffcast and it went so fucking late. We didn't finish till like 8:45. So I only had 15 minutes to prep. So I ended up starting late. I started the show at 9:30 instead of 9 because I needed time to prep for the show. I still didn't get to do everything I wanted to do, but it's fine. I think we had a good show. It's all good. I hope anyway. We'll see. Ali Kusanagi, thank you for the 50. Gonna leave that up there. I'm just gonna leave the last super chat we get up there so people know. Shizuka is in the lead right now. What the fuck game was that good? No, it's not that. It's just we were basically near the end, and once 7 o'clock rolled around, we only had about 40 minutes left in the game, and I didn't want to start a whole nother stream tomorrow for 40 minutes. So I was like, let's just do it. And then eventually it ended up becoming like crazy where it took longer than that, but we got it done. We got it done. And now we can start Neo 3. Speaking of, I need to make sure I download Neo 3. I think I could download it while I'm live. I don't have shitty internet like Smash. Neo 3. This item is not available yet. Stop lying to me, bro. Stop fucking lying to me. What do you mean it's not ready yet? That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Don't lie to me. I gotta restart Steam. I can't restart Steam though because I'm currently live. If I restart Steam, I lose my V2 model. Sadness. And then it'll just be a blank screen. Guys, it looks like it's very quiet today. So the waifus are not loved today. Nobody likes these waifus. It's okay, I understand. Nobody likes blondes. If they were Asian, I'm sure people would be going crazy. Shizuka's about to come off screen pretty soon. She is in the lead. Mai has fallen behind. Oh, she has fallen behind big time. Mr. Spanglish with a 1999 banger. Shizuka, number 1 waifu from my blonde list. Oh, shit. That's it. That is it. Damn. Fuck. All right. That is it. My model is Steam-based? Yes. Yes, my model is Steam-based. All right, boys, the final countdown. Giving some time for Rumble to get ready. Rumble, get ready. Rumble, get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Waiting for lag. Waiting. And that is it. Yep. Vice Admiral says no chair shots. Sad. Yep. No chair shots. No chair shots, ladies and gentlemen. Mods, count it up. And let's see who is the winner of the waifu battle. Let's count it up. Count it up. Count it up. Feed the ducks. Where's Feed the Ducks? Here we go. Feed the ducks. Feed the ducks. Thank you again, Mr. Spanglish and everybody, for your participation in today's waifu battle. Monkey Man says RIP tier 2. That's a possibility for sure. That's a possibility for sure. That would be kind of sad considering we just got back to YouTube, but I understand. It happens. It is what it is. ACC says I'm feeding so hard right now. How exactly are you feeding hard right now? Because what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Damn, the numbers are in already. Hold on, wait, that was fast. That was fast. Stop feeding the ducks. Damn, bro. Felted. Shit. We got Mai at $24.04 against Shizuka at $59.71, which means the winner and still Waifu Battle champion is none other than the one and the only Shizuka. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the. I thought it would be closer than that. I really did. I thought Mai being the blonde bombshell she was, I just thought that was gonna happen. But I guess not. I guess not. Let's do it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. One more time. I'm sure there are some people coping and seething right now. Just a little bit.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that's going to be it for the Waifu Battle. Hey, shout out to Noise Pollution for the raid on Rumble. Last second raid. I appreciate that, my guy. Thank you so much, Noise Pollution. That is fucking legendary, dude. Thank you, bro. That's going to be it for the Waifu Battle. Shizuka's going to go backstage, where she will face off against another waifu tomorrow. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Do not miss it. Do not miss it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, listen, I think we're caught up everywhere. Let me see. Let me just double check again. Shout out to Noise Pollution. I appreciate you, bro, for the raid, late night raid, but it's all good. Thank you so much. We are caught up everywhere. Okay, thank you guys so much for everything. I appreciate it. Guys, again, if you have not seen my video, please, let me go get the link really quick. If you have not seen the video, please make sure to go check out the video. Please, guys, please. Check out the video. Give it a like. Give it a long view duration. Shizuka Marikawa for 9 months. Damn, people came to Hypno to support on Rumble because of the ban. But now he's back on YouTube. They don't care. Wow. Like, wow. No, listen, you're not going to have a major night every night. And that's okay. You're not going to have a major night every night. That's just what it is. And that's okay. That's crazy that this happened right after that, bro. Wow, bro. Oh my God. Shizuka's out here fucking like, you guys supported when he was on Rumble, and now you're not supporting. What are you doing? You fucking guilt tripped. Tier 2 is officially saved. Shout out to the absolute legend, Bio T Wolf, with a I mean, this guy is literally like a savior, bro. I also think he likes edging the channel. I'm pretty sure. Bio T Wolf coming in with a $100 Red Boy Hyper Banger in combination with everyone else's support tonight, saving Tier 2 again for the 247th stream in a row. We're almost up to 250 on Tier 2. That is 2/3 of the way through to a year. That's fucking crazy. Sincerely. And then he said, get the elf. Okay. Consider it done.
All right, boys, we got another Red Boy Hyper Banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Shout out to BioT Wolf. Holding it down, my man. I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much for doing what you always do, man. Fucking legend, bro. Speaking of doing what they always do, Ali Kusanagi, another one, man. 5 memberships right at the end.
Fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out to Ali Kusanagi. Thank you so much, my man. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. That is unbelievable. Again, always doing what he does. Thank you, man. And on Griffcast, too. This guy supports Griffcast like crazy also. We happen to get a gifted game right at the very end. Let me see what's going on here. Hypnotic, how come an account this old doesn't have this jewel? This will help you get used to it before the remaster release if YouTube even allows it to be played. Buckle up from Kagani 3K. Poker night at the inventory. Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that. I mean, I don't have every game. It's impossible, but that's actually pretty funny. Prepare for a different kind of poker night in a very different kind of club. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I'm definitely going to accept that. He's like, how come you don't have this, bitch? Thank you. I got to do it behind the scenes, though. I don't know why it's not working. It's just not working. Let me see. And I accept it. I accept it. All right. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to you if you're still in the stream. All right, boys. That's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen, for the stream. I hope every single one of you had a fantastic time tonight. Sincerely, you guys were awesome, as always. Go watch my video. Go watch your favorite YouTubers. I may do a gaming stream tonight if I can get my editing done fast enough, but considering how late it is already, I'm not going to promise it because I got so much I got to do. And I want to. I want to do a gaming stream. I really do. I want to do a late night gaming stream again. But it's just hard, man. Anyway, thank you guys so much for everything. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody who liked the stream, commented, spammed the chat, super chatted, gifted memberships, gifted games. I appreciate it. And shout out to the Hypno mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you guys as well. And I will see every single one of you on the next one tomorrow. Until then, you guys already know, go be bigots and go be gooners. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you can't. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Her dog or her cat was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in Maker Jack. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in Maker Lady Jack. Fuck Indiana, put a ticket in Maker Jack. It means put a chicken in a queenie and make her fucking Jack. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! 'Cause that's all we fucking know! 'Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right! At the touch of the black man, I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.
I bring light. I bring light.